You're doing it wrong.
The heptagram.
It's the circus. There's no finger waving.
We're trying to beef up is what I was trying to say. Beef up Flavienne's lives.
Yep.
Hello.
Beef up.
Yep.
Beef.
Like a beef eater. You know, they're tough.
I think you're a little low, Scott.
Oh, thank you.
Scott, low.
I know. I might have turned myself down a little bit. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. There we go. Well, monitor me.
Let's hear Liz talk.
Keepers.
Hi, checkity check. And
you're
this is
good.
me talking as Gale.
I'm just going to cry
Yeah, John's
on stream.
crying.
All
As
in
he
front of
does.
you.
Wah wah.
John always gets really emotional towards the end of months.
Yeah.
That's about, honestly. Just like the changing of time, you know, the passing of seasons.
I still distinctly remember a young adult novel in which somebody writes in a diary, and the whole thing is that at the end of a month, the last thing you're supposed to say at the end of a month is rabbit, and the first thing you're supposed to say in the beginning of a month is rabbit, and if you don't, you'll have bad luck.
Yep.
And I distinctly remember this because I was like, but what if you stay up past midnight? Do you just say like rabbit and then you wait for like 4 seconds and then say rabbit again?
See, the superstition I know is that the first thing you say at the beginning of a new month that has an R in it is rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. If there's no R in it, you aren't supposed to do it.
Otherwise, a rabbit will come and kill you.
AKA
Rip out your throat.
No, a hare will, because crosshair, since hearing of the superstition, now sends me rabbit, rabbit, rabbit at the beginning.
So it's basically May, June, July, August?
Yeah, no rabbits.
Huh.
Wait, how'd you notice? Did we mention the wall mount? Or are you
We
just
mentioned the
psychic?
wall mount, but it wasn't up.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really impressive.
yeah.
Jeez,
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
Does John seem particularly off angle?
Did someone just say that?
At least Bot just
Yeah.
That's so
knows.
weird. Is there a separate camera beaming into the room right here?
And this is how we find out.
Oh, incredible. Maybe the tripod has just always been visible in the shot.
Angle
the
for
angle.
John
Okay.
is different.
Ah.
Yeah,
It probably
it's a sharper, more head-on angle because it's further back because we don't have to be out as far because.
For
of the
instance, now
tripod.
I'm looking at Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at Kate.
Yeah.
These are the two extremes.
Yeah. A little
Scott's just right.
The Goldilocks effect. I have been known to.
better. You want to borrow my hair?
Yes, please.
I mean, I could swing this around and show off the panels that we have
That's
on the wall.
right. We didn't
We
even
have
talk
some
about
panels.
that before. It's so cool.
Clipped your gifts a lot. Yeah, fair.
That is true, actually. Can
Oh.
confirm. Whoa.
Sound
Oh my
panels.
God.
Whoa.
We're showing off all the secrets.
Whoa. It's a
Happy
wall.
Halloween,
There we go.
everybody.
Nice, John. Well done.
Although not all of the panels are up.
Yeah.
We put some of them up, but we didn't put some up on the other wall. So we gotta. It's okay. We got a full box, and
Oh, Kate.
Catherine.
I reacted to
seen this
myself
go.
first, okay?
Oh my god.
Yeah, the sound panels. They look like this, but then they actually they just have frames like this.
Oh, that's sweet. Nice.
They just pop on.
Damn
really
it,
funny.
Kate.
Ah. Kung Fu Fenris,
Oh yeah,
if
we
we're
are
in
all
luck,
early.
perhaps our parliament will pass some sort of legislation
Oh, that would
around
be good.
eliminating daylight savings
I
times
think
in the next week.
our
Will not.
politicians are going to keep their campaign promises.
What?
Uh,
I am kidding, Kung Fu Fenris.
yeah,
It'd be
hopefully our
nice.
sound will be nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let us know.
You know, going along. It's mostly to help us reduce reverb
Mm-hmm.
in the room. Already, our sound technology, now we use wireless mics all hooked into an auto mixer to ensure that we don't constantly pipe in all mics to you at all times. Although I still haven't actually done the whole
Proper compression.
EQing.
Yeah.
compression and
Yeah.
EQing for all of you yet. Probably because we're going to have to redo it now when the panels are
Yeah,
up. We'll have
there
to
we go.
re-record
There's
that.
our reason.
That's why
Yep.
we were waiting. Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Thank you, Lemon
The
Eater.
eve of Dia de los Muertos.
Oh. All Hallows Eve.
It's very nice.
So who dressed up as Pyres for Halloween?
Did we white balance? No!
I mean,
We spend the money and then
Imagine
just
people
do
just
dick.
walk out, remove their shirt.
yeah, I was gonna
like,
say,
done.
if I was
That's
gonna
a costume.
cosplay as Pyres, we'd get kicked off of Twitch.
Yeah.
No, just super deep.
A
Nice.
deep V.
I don't know, that would be a lot of cleave.
Just have a lighter, I guess, every so often. Hey. Hi there.
Ooh,
Want
nice
to
spot.
get intimate with me?
I really don't want to like force people in the chat to watch this right now, but like, do you think that's what Pyres sounds like?
Hey there. Good looking.
Is anyone watching this?
How's it going?
God, it's like a whole year of my life has been erased. It's the most important thing I've did with my last year. Just kidding.
I like how you said dink. I like how it's written.
Maybe
dink.
you said dink. Maybe
I
all these
said-
years.
I said dick.
Maybe all these years though, you think you're saying dick and you're just saying dink all this time.
That's one of those,
Oh, yeah, it's like the good place.
Incredible.
Fork. Why can't I say fork?
Oh,
No one lacks the physique for Pyres. You must have the mindset.
That's all you need.
Ours
exactly.
is all about confidence.
Yeah, and passion.
No.
And apparently weird
Kung Fu Fenris adding himself.
Minnesotan voices.
At me. It's such an excellent day.
What a sweet thing to say to yourself. I love that. Hi, me. What a great day it's been. Oh, fuck, that's
Aladdin. Oh,
Aladdin is great. Oh, fuck.
Folks, do you know what's going on right now? Do you know what's happening at this very moment for all of you people who really enjoy playing games such as storyteller system games like The World of Darkness or Exalted?
We're about to do another episode of ExalTwitch Academy. That's right now.
I'm so disappointed.
No, what else? Tell
My
me.
disappointment is immeasurable.
What else is
My
happening
day
right
is
now?
ruined.
What else is happening right now?
Maybe some things that we retweeted, maybe? Possibly?
I hear that there is a crowdfund happening right the fuck now.
Yeah.
Let's say that again without the fuck so that maybe it can be used
Oh,
in
yeah.
other contexts. I hear someone else do it. Fuck.
There is a Kickstarter happening right now,
go.
and there's someone in chat that can post the relevant links, please and thank you, because it's really hard to find D10 sets. You know,
That is
basically it's chess X or nothing, or you buy one at a time. I'm okay with the dice that I have, but it would be so nice to be able to shop for them the way you can for D20 sets. And there's someone out there who's decided to take on that challenge and is offering some really gorgeous looking sets.
Do you like sharp dice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hefty shit.
Yeah, and they're like a little bit
I'm
bigger than
excited.
standard, but they're beautiful.
Yeah, they do look really
They're
nice.
so nice.
So that's Anathema, who will hopefully be dropped.
There it is.
There's the
That's
link.
the ticket.
Drop that link.
Woo!
And is there a keyword people can search if they are listening in podcast format?
Ah,
Uh,
D10s by
Anathema?
Anathema?
E-N-I-F-A-E-L.
Let us know.
Um,
That
it
nailed
is.
it.
Nice.
Well done,
I thought that
Dr.
was too
Mendes.
obvious for
Yeah.
me, so I was like, I'm remembering wrong. There we go. Yeah, D10s by Anathema, E-N-I-F-A-E-L. Yeah, I'm very hyped for them to be out in the world.
Mhm.
That sort of sounds like commercials for like jewelry. D10s by NFL.
I like it.
Or like
A perfume or
a
something.
perfume or cologne. Essence of botch.
Oh my
I was
Brought
gonna
to
say,
you by-
you put on a perfume every day, but you don't know if it's gonna be like a 1 or a 10. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
kidding. These are all perfect 10s. I have no doubt.
Oh,
Absolutely incredible.
hype.
I'm not gonna lie to you, John. I really thought you were referring to Disconcordia, and that's why I was like, "No, you tell me."
You were
So my
trying to
bad.
be
I
witty.
was trying to be a big dink to bring it back. Being a dink.
That's it. I'm done.
Cursed Iron.
This is so good. So yeah,
No.
check it out.
There you go.
We're hype.
Thanks, Kung Fu Benders.
You are double income, no kids.
Guess we are double income, no kids.
Oh shit. No.
Unless we wanted to be
Wait,
kinks.
Can you imagine?
Oh, okay, sold.
Quad income,
Sold.
no kids.
Sold.
Somebody. Oh no. You
Is
know
that
what? Never mind.
kinks or quinks?
I think it'd be Quinks.
Thanks.
That sounds better to you? Hang on. It doesn't sound better to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just before we get to know each other a little better, I should tell you I have a real quink. Well, that's okay. What could it be? Well, their names are
Hello,
Fantastic.
thank you, Pook. Do you ever push a button for a year in a row?
Yeah, at least for the first
Oh,
time, my
sir.
FOMO isn't like eating me up inside.
It's
For
true.
the first time. It's very exciting. That's
Huh.
right.
Well, there you go, Kung Fu Fenris.
There we go.
Now
We're hip. We're
I
with it.
feel like I have to TikTok our lives together.
We're with the jive.
Maybe this is what we should do. We should just always like stop Disconcordia at the times that
Oh,
we're
sure.
streaming.
I mean, that would be convenient.
Incredibly.
That way I don't come back to 400 missed messages.
Oh no, the city of Montreal is under construction again.
Again.
Look, 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 look.
That's what happens at 10 p.m.
That is actually true.
Somebody just
All of the roads turn
somebody
into
just lets
pumpkins.
nitrous oxide into the freehold every week.
God damn. Just clearing out those chimerical rats. Oh gosh.
Hi.
Hi.
Bye.
I am compelled to ask if any of you have spent any experience.
Oh my god.
Croix de
Yes.
I acquired a second dot of embassy and an excellency in embassy because I have lots of unspent stuff. So,
Whoa.
you know, now I can social better. Boop, boop,
Rest
boop.
is very good at talking with
Yeah,
people,
she just
interacting,
did a lot of talking to someone.
and some other things. But perhaps we'll come on to
Get
that.
to that.
I spent my major milestone to purchase a fourth dot in finesse. Not that that's supported by the moment that we just had, but I feel like it's supported by Pyres learning to coming into
being
himself,
smooth.
so to speak, and also yes, being smooth.
Oh, could I buy a dot in fortitude with my major milestone?
Yes.
That is what
even if you
major
even if you
milestones are for.
thumbs down before,
Yeah. Thank you.
you could have used a stunt to suddenly get tough.
Oh man, sorry, that's appealing.
But
That's appealing. I love it.
what?
The idea of just suddenly being like stunt, oh, Hulk out.
That would be really good, actually.
I'm wearing the green for it. Okay,
Hmm.
that's what I'll do if I get a stunt.
Done. If you get a stunt.
You know, it's possible that you might get stunts if you play, but we can't play until we get a recap.
Yep, that is very true. Last time.
What was that segue? Like a 6 on 10?
Yeah, better than nothing.
It's true. It's definitely better than nothing. Last time on ExalTwitch Academy. Do you want to start?
Sure. So while Oresta and Pyres were questioning Fracken, Gale went with Cientel and Flavienne to search the infirmary. Semicolon. While they were there, they discovered that Garavel was the one who made the toxin and is most likely secret SLC with a table of his own.
Damn, Garavel.
Yeah, betrayal.
You probably have better notes about what she revealed in the discussion. So
Yes.
if you take that, I'll conclude.
Okay, cool. Nekarb, sorry, that's False Bracken was left behind with Oresta, Pyres, and Moral. They tried to intimidate her. They ended up fighting and taking her down. This False Bracken revealed some thoughts to us about... now I'm just trying to put it all together here.
You're already at 2 sentences.
Yeah.
You might as well just keep going.
Yeah,
Actually, 3 by my count.
well, yeah.
Sorry,
didn't prepare
I
in advance.
I was just like, they fought, and I was like, there was useful information.
No, but very specifically, the Hearth realized together that the House Aselsi plot was probably engineered entirely by the Scarlet Empress, who was able to leave the Blessed Isle, come back, and put down her enemies.
Once Nekarb was disposed of, the Hearth reunited and broke off into conversations. Pyres and Morel came to an understanding. Gale and Cientel spoke, and Flavienne and Oresta talked about where they were at in regards to love.
You say so?
Oh my god, I may have. I have no idea.
Siontel.
Gale and
Flavienne.
Cientel is what I meant to say, but who the heck knows what came out of my mouth.
Yeah, shame.
And Gall and Sophia. There we go. That's just completely wrong.
So the whole 1 sentence thing's just right
Gone.
out the window,
Completely
yeah.
out the window
That's
today.
bad
because we didn't
intelligence.
Very bad.
intelligence.
prep. Sorry.
I promise next week, I
No, you don't
promise
make promises you can't keep.
that we're going to prep at least how we normally do. I can't promise a sentence each, man. I do my best. A lot happens in these 3 hours.
Prep.
I don't want to sum up all our work in 1 sentence. No, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Sometimes it feels like the past 3 years of my life have been trying to get paragraphs down to one sentence. So, fuck you.
That I can
I think
actually,
is what
you know
I
what,
should tell
understand.
you.
Yeah,
I
but
can
that's
get behind
your
that.
expertise, and you're trying to make us do what you're good at.
Oh, far be it from me to try to make my friends. Oh!
Shit.
We've done a bad thing.
You see what happens when I get upset? It's because we weren't using safety cards.
Oh.
No.
Safety cards are really important to use for your gameplay.
Oh, that segue.
Choo-choo! 9.5. We use these safety cards to... Okay, 10 out of 10. We use these safety cards to make sure that we are staying safe and having fun while we play. You out there in Chatland don't have these safety cards, but you do have other options for your own safety. I'll get to those in a second. But what do these mean? What are those? This green card, the play card, represents that despite any outward appearance I may have, I'm enthusiastically consenting to what's happening in the game. This yellow card, the pause card, is used if someone needs to make the table aware of something. While it's being held up, everyone's paying attention to them. Once it is put down, play can continue. This red card, however, the stop card, probably means I'm not okay. We need to stop the game because we're streaming. We'll probably go to a BRB screen. And play will not resume until everyone at the table is okay to continue and has discussed what's going on. Now, like I said before, of course, you out there in Chatland do not have these cards, but your safety is still paramount. So, if you need to make somebody aware of something, you can message a mod. You can also message RPGClinic directly. We'll all be able to see that based on our current setup. And of course, if you have to, we don't want to see you go, but your safety is very important, so you can definitely always leave the chat and the stream if you have to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bleeds the Light Invincible is out there waiting for you.
Rawr.
Waiting for your call. Kung Fu Fenris is there. You can tell by the jade diclave that he wields.
In his paws.
Teeth.
And his maw.
Yeah. I mean, Zoro does it.
Truth.
What?
One Piece Zoro.
Oh.
Thanks, Ellie Spot. I'm
I was like,
touched. I'm actually really touched. That's a really nice thing to say. Thank you.
Quick. Clip that particular safety.
Yeah, I had some of my natural charisma and everything. Some of it.
Natural Charisma by Calvin Klein.
By NFA.
By NFL.
target number 7. Some of those dice, by the way, they've got different target numbers. Like, they've got different markings in order to count up your target numbers real fast.
That's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Very cool.
Any questions before we start? Any questions before we start? I should just
Let us
tilt
know.
out and be like, any question? But I would just knock everything over.
Yup.
True. Great. Our bot did indeed tweet.
Make sure.
Or whatever announced in the Discord.
Good. So everyone will be here.
So here we are on a spooky version of it's sometimes tough to stand up. We've all been in situations where we know that something wrong has happened and that we should be doing something about it. I'm not even talking about global concerns. I'm not talking about hashtag Team C's, which is all over the place right now. I'm talking about just being in a place and witnessing something and knowing that it isn't correct.
Mm.
And it isn't always easy to sit up, stand up, raise your voice, and talk because of various different things. Maybe it's that society has told us that we just shouldn't get involved. We shouldn't interfere when things are going badly. Maybe it's because we fear for our own safety, that to speak up is to become a target. It is the nature of role-playing to stand up, to move forward. And yet, it sometimes can be difficult to stand up to the real issues. It's very easy to knock over a dragon, take over a dungeon, open a treasure chest, move forward. It's easy to save the prince, deliver him home, win one single heartfelt kiss, and then ride off into the sunset. But sometimes places need change, real change, institutional change. Sometimes the system is broken. Sometimes it is difficult to want to stand up and take care of that. After all, it's putting a target on your back. But what is role-playing if not painting that giant bullseye right on your back and marching out? You're still at the campus, the battleground, the memorial, the mass grave of the House of Bells. Albeit now without one odd Bracken-looking individual. But there were plans that were spoken of. You'll have had the chance to rest, so that means that people who have taken damage can heal.
A shocker, I know, but
Also, your animas can quiet the F down.
and moats recover at a... Yeah.
Yeah, you should have all your moats back at this point.
Bueno.
But beyond that, I believe that a strategist was forming a plan.
A strategist was. A player was not. All right. Here we go,
love
folks.
to see it.
Girl has no name.
Very nice.
Girl has no plan.
So at first light, Gale would have woken up everyone. War meeting in 5. Pyres, put on some pants.
Do I have to? Of course. 5 minutes. All right.
What are you looking at me for? Put your pants on.
Did you want me to mime that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
'It's a struggle.
5 out of 10 for realism. 8 out of 10 for commitment. Thank you very much. I'll accept my Oscar when you're ready.
To be an Emmy.
Be like a TTRPG, whatever. Oh my god. An Emmy.
Once everyone's gathered. Oh, how did everyone sleep, by the way? Did we all sleep in like the rubble of our old dorm?
morning, like when we set off to this. So I guess we're just fucking up with time so that we can have slept and then
Yeah.
meeting. Great.
Did we sleep in the barracks? Where did we sleep?
Well, we were
I'd
taking
love to
drinks in the barracks.
Yeah.
So presumably we all kind of... I mean,
Yeah.
I would have found a bed there, presumably.
Nice.
All in our old beds.
Yeah, probably, eh? Oh god.
Sweet.
If they're still there.
Yeah, they're there.
Oh,
A
good.
little dusty.
Oh, sure.
You know, there's some obsidian all over the ground.
Oh god, oof. Nobody swept this up? Yeah.
Right. We can expect House Excelsi as early as tomorrow. It could be longer, but somebody could arrive tomorrow, which means we need to be ready for them.
And you're sure of this, that someone's going to be here. What are we expecting? A talon of troops? A single masterful spy? Do we know anything?
I'm not sure that they'd be able to send an entire talon. Still don't want to make a whole lot of noise. They'd probably send scouts first to try to figure out what's going on.
They would have detected that the secret room in the infirmary was opened.
Right.
So this is how they know that somebody's here, and they're probably trying to investigate. But we can find out. Well, we can interrogate them.
You're saying we get the drop on them?
Yes.
Okay.
For the campus.
It's true. We can make it appear, we could have someone be looking through the ruins, perhaps a scavenger of some kind, lull them into a sense of security, right? And get the drop on them?
Would you like to try that, Pyres?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
That works. I'm thinking also trenches. Lots of trenches people can fall into.
Trenches. You want to camouflage the trenches that people
Yes.
step in them?
It's a rather large campus. I'm not certain if we're only expecting a scavenging party.
But we know where they're going to head first. They're going to investigate the infirmary.
Will they, or will they scout the campus to find wherever someone is 2 days later?
If I were them, I would want to check to make sure that the trap wasn't just triggered by some accident.
Okay,
Good point.
so we're watching for an approach towards the infirmary.
Exactly. This is the first time that we actually have an idea that they're on their way. It's not going to be like Seven Fingers.
It'll be like the games.
Yes. Exactly.
And how would it be like the games?
We have an hour to prepare. We set ourselves up. We make our plan.
Right?
We have this one as bait. Oh, wait, no, she doesn't know. You didn't tell Moral that one of you was a Celsi.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
We don't have any bait.
I'll be the bait.
We're gonna need bait.
Well, I figure if there's a couple people making enough noise, picking through the ruins like vultures, perhaps those two could then be set upon, right?
Siantel looks from Moral to Pyres to Gale Whispered to Moral to Oresta to Moral to Flivian, back to Moral, back to Pyres. So basically,
Dr. Scott.
So
Pretty good.
It would make sense for those with long distance combat abilities to be stationed in posts whereby they can get the drop or attack from afar.
why are we talking about a Celsi?
Well, it would appear that while we were dealing with the other one, that there was a trap triggered, and
We have reason to believe that a lot of what's been going on is a plot by a non-dead house.
It is highly possible that they infiltrated the House of Bells even more than the Anathema did.
But a Celsi is a dead house. They no longer exist.
They do.
Not according to our findings. Seven Fingers
perfect.
came to my home, tried to kill someone at breakfast as a guest in my home.
We're having pancake.
I'm sorry, Moral, we had to.
I do not mourn the death of a traitor.
Neither do we.
I mourn the death of a good breakfast.
Speaking of which, we should eat.
Yes, we'll eat because we have a day of preparations ahead of us.
Would we expect...
Drills begin in 2 hours. Yes, Pyres.
No, would we expect anyone showing up from this group to maybe have some sort of ability to get themselves away if they need to, or worse?
Sneak in.
Well, possibly, yeah. Or if they knew they were going to be captured.
That's why you need to funnel them. You need to give them a point of interest so that you know where they'll be, because they will follow that point.
I believe the infirmary is that point.
All right,
We can
great.
do that.
But you don't know what direction they'll approach.
Mm-mm.
Make something interesting to catch their attention. Start a fire. Too obvious.
I wonder what it looks like when the table activates.
Do you know how to activate it?
Not yet.
Are you gonna
Yes,
sit
you
there
do.
and read dictionary words?
Well, like, I don't know the secret code.
You have 2 tables now. You could get the 2 tables to communicate with each other, even if they're in the same room.
But I still need the code phrase.
When you create the code phrase, the two tables will communicate.
I can create it?
Yes. However, you create that code phrase and it'll sever its connection to any other table that uses a different one.
Try Excelsi for life.
Okay, but then if they showed up and tried to use the table and we had reconnected the table, they would have to be trying to use their usual code phrase.
I was thinking that if we make it so that as soon as they arrive, the table within the infirmary activates, then they would go inside the infirmary to see who was on the other end, to see who was trying to send them a message.
Of course.
But what if they try to use the table themselves?
And if it's already activated, they won't, right?
But if they try to use it themselves, we'll know what the code phrase is.
That's true.
So then I would say, Gale, since you can tell us things, you listen, and one of us just repeats the code phrase seconds after you hear it.
What?
So
Sorry.
here's what would happen in that case, because you already have this information.
Yeah.
You activate the table by saying its code phrase,
Yes.
and it connects to the other tables that already have that code phrase active.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which means, A, if the two tables you have are both on, let's say the code
The
phrase
network.
is Apple,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
If you say Apple, all the tables that have had their code phrase as Apple will light up and connect to you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Which means that you wouldn't have to if the two tables are connected to the same network, which they may not be.
Yeah.
But if you say Apple and that you say Apple,
Yeah.
then both tables will connect. And so therefore, your table would suddenly connect to every other table and you'd be like, oh, what?
You know what? It's worth it because it might be possible to review archived conversations. We don't know. Besides, that table was Garavel's and our table was Seven Fingers.
Yeah.
It would make sense for two staff members of the House of Bells to be in constant communication. We are missing a potential third or further link, but it makes sense that these two would be in constant contact.
Okay. So
While he was away.
then we
While he
would
was away.
assume that they would come in, investigate this tripped alarm, and then possibly try to communicate back with their report.
It could. Does
Or
that make sense?
Do we want the table then? Our table.
It's also possible for you to just cover the table, in which case it won't connect at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you say, do we want the other table, you could just put a tarp over it.
Where do we want the other table? Where do we want to listen in?
Oh.
Yeah.
So how do we get our answers?
So I
What
would
do?
suggest bringing it into the woods a little ways away, or somewhere where it can be hidden.
Underground.
Could be brought underground too, absolutely.
Any
Secret seventh year. Well, I was thinking the secret
Yeah.
seventh year
Oh,
party
damn.
room.
I guess I can carry that.
It's a little extra, I know. I'm sorry. What are we hoping to gain? Information about them.
Yes. Where they were sent from.
Isn't that enough?
Yeah. I'm not questioning it. I just want to make sure that they're not going to realize that it's a trap and try to get away or do themselves in. That's my hope.
We need to know where they were sent from and what kind of forces they left behind. We need to know who they report back to.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know where their commanders are. And we need to know how many connecting points need to be reached before we get to the very top.
Everything we know so far points to this not being a hierarchy in that way.
Well,
There's always someone masterminding things, sure, but I don't think they have a general or anything like that.
well, we know that there's one person at the top and somebody knows who that is.
It's a good point.
Somebody takes orders directly from them.
The vendetta is, and at this point she doesn't seem to care that Moral is in the room. The vendetta isn't just a random word that's kicked around. There are people who know what it is, people who know what the final goal is. And just because they're individual cells that are working together doesn't mean that there isn't somebody who can coordinate cells.
It's true. We haven't really heard anything about it, but yeah, there's so much we don't know.
Of course we haven't heard anything about it. This house doesn't exist.
Right.
We're picking things up as we go along. As there are assassination attempts, we're gathering all of this information piecemeal.
You would know more about fighting an enemy that you can't see than I would.
That's true.
I'm deferring to you on this.
You've never been blindfolded. I could blindfold you.
Yeah, well,
It's option 3.
That's kind of like under my breath, like, really? Is it actually? Not on the field of battle, no. And I've never had to,
Moral just tilts her head.
What?
What are you talking about?
You're gonna have to ask Flavienne.
Flavienne just... Don't ask me. I can't even remember if I'm House Lidal or part of the Etagram.
It can be both, actually. It's
Very possible, actually.
It can be. Oh.
To Moral, I'm just like, we've had a very strange month. And a bit.
So, we know what we're going to do?
Sounds like it.
Yes. So, some of us are stationed at high points using the infirmary as the prime focus. Stationed at high points, those who can attack ranged, to get them on their way out. Those who have excellent hearing are going to do their best to listen to the code phrase that the scouts give to the table that is positioned in the infirmary.
Okay.
When those with excellent hearing catch that code phrase, they will pass it to whoever is standing by the other table, who will then eavesdrop in on the call.
How do I pass this without being heard?
Oh, my charm doesn't work both ways anymore. By a magical dove that I will train over the next 24 hours.
Now that sounds
Paper
like...
airplane
No,
out the
that's a
window.
venture.
That sounds like a venture, yeah.
Okay, but seriously, paper airplane out the window.
Okay, great.
Right? Like, I'm in the next room over.
Yeah.
They're ostensibly looking at the table. I eat a paper airplane at you.
Perfect.
Then you do your talky thing through the brains, and we all know the code phrase.
Don't forget, you told me that once the table is active, it can see.
Yes.
So
We need to make sure they can't see us.
exactly.
We're gambling on something. We're hoping that we hear just enough of their conversation that we can use. And then once they end the conversation and come out to see who the heck was listening in, that's when we jump them. That's when we interrogate them.
Make sure that our table is in a dark place, and that just in case it emits lights while working, hide your faces and cloaks and stuff.
You got it.
I could also be a Shadow Council. Shadow Council Lidal from the Etagram.
Of course.
And I would let them have their conversation, spill all their beans, and once they're done their little table talk, catch them and detain them. Yes?
Love it. And then use whatever persuasive methods you feel are appropriate to extract any additional information out of them.
Moral, the people that are coming are part of a conspiracy that we believe goes all the way to the top. An attempt to destabilize the realm and to make sure that ultimate power is kept exactly where it's meant to. I don't want that to happen.
You're speaking of the realm itself, then the realm falls.
If it needs to be replaced with one based on trust, mutual understanding, perhaps it does. I can't see the future. But I know that if this is the realm that we live in, being puppeteered from the outside, I don't want any part of it.
Then it will not exist. We'll give ourselves a gymtocracy. You know, a government based on the appearance of one while naked.
Oh. I'm just gonna like lean over to Gale and be like, is that an actual thing?
No.
Oh. Do you think it could be?
You become Emperor Pyres. You can do whatever you want.
The Emperor's not wearing clothes.
Oh.
Yay!
Yay!
The new version of the Emperor's new clothes.
Exactly.
Like, oh, everyone gets
Emperor's
naked.
no clothes. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sorry.
What actions would you like to take before? Each of you can pull one out on this.
Examine the jade stick that we had that I hadn't examined.
All right. Looking at sticks.
I would like to get, I would like Moral and I to be in charge of operations on the ground, so I would like to get a sense of the lay of the land and how best to funnel people, like, you know, logistics. Get how to funnel people towards the...
Tactics, not logistics.
Thank you.
Logistics would be things
Well,
like,
logistics is like...
we need food and a place to shit.
How do we get out of here? Yeah. Yes, tactics then.
I mean, hopefully Sientel and Flavienne can help me get our table up to the roof of the infirmary.
Oh, damn.
Because I'm gonna try to be a person who can attack.
Okay, that's not a dark place, but okay.
I'm gathering blankets.
There you go.
Blankets from
So
the
you're
barracks.
not worried about there being a weird echo
You're making a blanket fort on top of the...
where
Yeah.
the people beneath you in the infirmary like start talking and then they can hear what they're saying from above them? And then there's feedback that happens.
There must be another, like, building close by that has a
Okay,
rooftop
I'll
that's
bring it
like,
to a
I'm so
building close by. I'll bring it to the
Wanna be
roof of the
rude.
barracks.
sorry. Yeah, sure.
I assume that's close by, because
You could just
We're all
put it
resting.
in the barracks.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be on a roof.
I just wanted to be nearby in case shit went down. I could like.
You can get to
I
it.
The barracks are relatively close. Remember, you're an air aspect. It doesn't take you very long to get places.
That's true. Okay, barracks, window facing infirmary.
Okay,
There we are.
you are going to require a force war roll.
Alright.
You've already stunted. You don't. You kind of already know the tactics that you're working with.
Yeah.
You, however, have a big ass stick.
Yep.
What would you like to do with your big ass stick?
Sorry, everyone.
I don't know. I looked at it at the end of a session and determined that like I should break it or something.
There's granite on the outside, but that it's covering something inside, and it's not quite clear what that might be.
Great. I'm gonna try to chip away some of the granite.
Okay, just like with your straight up like meat hooks, or
Like against the side of a wall.
Yeet!
that works.
Yeah.
Okay. That is fine. I'm gonna ask you then to give me a roll. Your roll is going to be force physique, which is really not going to be all that tough for you, I don't think. Your difficulty is 4. Your difficulty is 3. You have no difficulty. I already know what's going on.
Nope. 2 successes.
Okay. That's cool. Something is going to happen for you.
I got 4 successes.
Cool. So your 4 successes. The infirmary is located in the general area which was protected, right? This place was where Oresta placed her forces in the barracks, the infirmary, away from the administrative buildings and from the rest of the sort of, teaching buildings. So it is still relatively unscathed. There's some obsidian that's kind of been scattered around here, but at this point it's not really that much of a concern. You do, however, notice that a lot of the obsidian that isn't a concern is because it's been brushed off pathways. In fact, this is something that your forces took care of before leaving. So naturally, people will be walking along pathways. They won't be doing a whole lot of cutting across unless they have a way to do so without, walking on the ground. It would be considered in game terms as difficult terrain.
Okay.
Mostly because it's not like the obsidian is just all packed there and you'll like shred yourself. But like you would have to be a little careful stepping around. You don't want to step on a big shard and it goes clear through your boot. So you know the pathways are going to be choke points for here. You also know that the infirmary is visible from the belfry. So if you wanted a high place to watch out for, that would be a location as well.
This is the bell tower. Yeah.
Yes.
Same thing. Okay, great. Just checking.
Okay. You start chipping away at things. However, look, your strength is enough that you would eventually succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But as you are like beating this thing down, there's a strange metal that's showing up underneath, but it's not one that you recognize. It's kind of dull.
I would bring it to Gale.
I'm sorry. Just like the gasp.
Or roll my sagacity. I don't know.
You can absolutely roll your sagacity first.
Cool.
Yeet.
3 successes.
Okay.
So. Threshold.
So as you start to sort of polish away some of the granite dust and the like, it's a strange metal that when you're looking at it, it looks like it could be iron, except that there's different colors that are being cast off it depending on how you're looking at it, moving your head back and forth. And you can definitely feel while looking at this in the same fashion as if you were stargazing on a very, very cold night.
Ooh.
Great.
You can continue to wail away at this thing to uncover it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I don't see any indication of bashing away the granite, damaging it.
Bet.
It's made out of lead.
Aw.
It's actually just made of plutonium. Like,
Oh, that would be...
He needs a campus.
okay.
Yeah.
Are you still gonna go to Gale, or are you gonna?
I guess I'd finish bashing it before bringing it to her.
Okay, that's fair.
like the fact.
Gale Whispered, it is not that much of a struggle in that you have 3 people who are carrying it as opposed to just Oresta, who is capable of lifting one of these tables on her own. But you do manage to get the table into the barracks. Do you have a specific room that you'd like to choose?
I'm specifically choosing one that's on the top floor and that has a window that faces the infirmary. Otherwise, I don't really care.
Okay, well, there isn't really floors. They're all...
Oh, is it all one level?
So, yeah.
This whole time I thought people were climbing up to Pyres' window to proposition him.
No,
Well, yeah, because
that
the
was
windows...
in the infirmary.
Oh,
It
yeah.
happened one time!
yeah,
All right,
windows aren't
So
awesome.
then just, facing the infirmary.
Sure. When you manage to complete your pulling away of the granite, I mean, your hands are also pretty tough, right? It's a warhammer. A warhammer has like a sort of a long shaft and a very heavy end to it. The hammer is definitely paneled and inlaid with that strange rainbow-hued metal.
Great. I will bring it to Gale.
It's quite heavy still.
Nothing. Yo.
I don't give a fuck.
All the better to clock someone with.
Yeah, it is definitely weighs about like 15 kilograms.
Yeah.
It's not something that you could easily, well, you could.
Yeah.
It's not something that other people could easily wield around.
Yeah.
But then again, most artifact weapons aren't.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to attune.
Yeah.
Cool. Gillet, good. Thank you for the reminder. Whoa.
What's that?
What is that?
I think I know what star metal is.
Yeah, it's a magical material.
Bless you.
Sorry, everyone.
Bless you. That's star metal.
I admit I don't remember what Dragon Blooded calls star metal, but you can just call it.
That is
Probably fucking-
celestial.
Devil
alloy.
juice or some bullshit.
Just
Sparkle
call
iron.
it star
Yeah,
metal.
great.
It's all good.
Sparkle iron.
That's sparkle iron.
Yeah. Great.
Canon. It's canon.
You gonna use it?
No, it's not jade.
Could do something cool though.
Should I grab the sheafs of orichalcum or whatever we call it that Juin left us and let you eat it like daggers?
No, those aren't weapons. Those are
I
just
could
hunks
just
of metal.
sharpen them.
I'm looking at a weapon and
I love how Oresta
We're
just
strong
has
people
now
and wondering
used the
if
word
you-
yeet multiple times.
and wondering if you, a
It's
strong person, want to
River
yield
Speed.
A lore roll.
It's
God
River
damn
Speed.
it.
It is worth
Rivers.
pointing out you don't need it, but Warhammer is compatible with Earth Dragon style.
Yeah. Okay, so I also I guess Rez is trying to figure out if this is an anathema material or not.
No, it is not.
Great. Cool.
What an absolute asshole. Oh my god.
Just want to see what it does, then we can get
So-
rid of it.
Gilligood
There
is
we go.
saying what I was actually just about to say. It's not as bad as Orichalcum or Moonsilver.
Cool.
It is not like, to them. It's like this is a weird metal and it's definitely a magical material, but you aren't attuned to it like you would be attuned to jade. That doesn't mean that you can't use it.
Why do you think someone would have encased it in granite?
And not try to recover it. I understand the table because it's insanely heavy and was bolted.
So is this.
Were they trying
Yeah.
to dispose of it? Like hide it with a wreck?
I don't know.
It's like, what if I look into it and it's trapped and eats my mind?
I think if they wanted something that would
They wouldn't.
mind, they wouldn't have sunk it with the ship.
Yeah. Cool.
But it's true. If you'd like, I can spend a few days investigating it.
When you have time.
You already have.
I've already spent a few days investigating it.
As in, you've used your charm on
You're
it.
right. I have. Is there anything else that I might know as a result
I mean,
to make Oresta use it? If she
here's the
wants
thing. To make Oresta use it is a question.
to see what will happen if my very strong friend hits something with this warhammer.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Sorry. Just this idea that you're like, use it, use it. The rest is like, yeet, alchemy everywhere.
Yeet!
Pyres is like, I figure you have cast it.
Of
There
course,
you go.
of course I do. How do you dance?
Yes.
Incredible.
Gil's correct. Dragon-blooded who don't have access to jade weapons do sometimes carry other metals. It is not unheard of. It would be weird for a dragon-blooded who is loyal to the realm to wield an orichalcum weapon. Unless it was very specifically like, I just stripped this off an anathema
Right.
and I need something to stab another anathema, but then once the battle was done, they'd probably be like,
Yeah.
right? The same thing with Moonsilver, because people know Lunar's anathema, Solar's anathema. Star Metal is kind of attuned to a different kind of exalted that you don't know about.
Nothing.
Cool.
So the metal is fine. You do know, however, that this particular metal itself has properties that aren't quite well understood based on your own sort of at any rate. What you do know, however, is that while using this hammer, whoever is using it is treated to abnormally good luck.
Hate all over again. It's happening. is happening, Kate?
But not for the wielder, for the attacked. So sorry, let me actually make this more sense. It doesn't bring good luck to the wielder. It causes bad luck for the victim.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
I'm imagining me swinging a warhammer at someone, and it just misses, but also like yeets out $100 bill at them, and they're like, "Wow, that was lucky." That would be good.
Great. I'll throw it. In
The
wagon.
hammer's called
Oh my god.
God's Dice. GOD''SDICE.
Cool.
So I repeat all of this.
Thank you, Gale.
Thank you, Oresta.
It just does that.
Okay.
It's just
Halloween.
expansion.
Do you think you're gonna wield it
Big deal.
sometime?
Sometime.
No, I find it kind of suspicious how invested you get into whether or not other people are going to use
I
things.
just really want to see what it does. I want to see it in action.
Would you like to see it in action?
Yes.
Whack.
If you spend enough time swinging it around and stuff, you'll become attuned to it.
Cool.
But that's up to
I'm
you.
going to put it in the wagon. I am a terrible player. Oresta doesn't want to deal with this right now.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Gale will be very angry.
There,
I can't force anyone
look,
to use a
I
hammer.
put this in here. Yes, you could use it, but it exists more than just like random item drop for Oresta.
Oh. Hi, Pyres.
What?
Want a hammer?
Sure.
Oh.
Bang, bang, Pyres.
It is incompatible with
Star metal hammer.
Oh, it's whatever. Oh boy.
Amazing.
And then Oresta stands around and waits.
You might be waiting a very long time.
It's okay. She doesn't sleep, doesn't eat, and doesn't breathe.
Jesus.
What did she
What?
just stand on a hill and go,
Yeah.
I like to imagine she just literally turns to stone until
Yeah.
she's needed.
it's like 45 minutes later, they're like, we're all just having lunch. Why doesn't she come down? Also, why doesn't she breathe?
She breathes once every 10 minutes or whatever that was in ES3.
So it's just,
Incredible.
and then every 10 minutes it's,
I love it.
Cool. Thanks for all the star metal info drops, folks.
Thank you,
That's
folks.
exciting.
I would argue, just because, I like arguing with Gilligood. I don't
Yeah.
like them. Not exactly true that Orichalcum and Moonsilver weapons don't get used. I absolutely believe they don't get used to the same degree, because otherwise a lot of Dragonblooded would carry those weapons around, and they do not. Jade is far more common than the other magical materials, but I would absolutely believe that it would be seen as odd for a high-ranking Dragonblood to carry around an Orichalcum or Moonsilver weapon when they would probably have access to, good old Jade, to which they can be attuned anyway.
When I'm finishing up my examination of the terrain, I'm gonna go find Oresta. Is it? I heard that.
Nice.
Nice. Like what? Hey.
Hey.
So I report my findings, read the sort of natural pathing we have. So I think Morale and I are going to take up positions here on these flanks, so that we'll be able to outmaneuver anyone who comes out of here pretty fast.
Great.
Just wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay with Morale being here?
Yeah.
Great.
I assume you're not
You?
bringing Morale along for this conversation. She's just like,
I imagine her as like 6'5", by the way. I know she's not 6'5", but like in my mind she's huge, and I don't know why. Nice.
do you want her to be? It's done. She's
She's really tall.
She stands at
So
200
Oresta-
centimeters tall.
She see eye to eye.
You know what? I
Oh,
get it now. Nice.
But she's not built like a truck like Oresta is.
No.
Not that Oresta's built like a truck. I don't mean that.
Yeah, she's pretty.
But like she's got like you look like someone can't necessarily knock you over. She's quite tall, but she isn't like rooted the same way.
in the same kind of strength. But no, I would have parted ways with my sister for this conversation. Thank you for asking, though.
Are you not?
No, very much I am. I'm really happy that I was able to sort of show her something. I just wanted to make sure because, this has been really important for me, but now that we're here, it's a bit, we're Hearth of 5, and all of a sudden she's here with us. And I just wanted to make sure everyone was all right with that.
You're allowed to have allies beyond the 5 of us.
It's definitely no bad thing to have people fight alongside you.
She's your sister. She's, as far as we can tell, come to our side. She's an adept fighter, member of the house, possibly my sister, if your parents have their way.
What do you mean?
They kept saying that they were gonna adopt me or whatever.
Oh, I mean, look, I'm sure they say that to... You know what, actually, I can't remember the last time they told anybody that. They always made it really clear to me that I was going to have a very long engagement, as it were. Hi.
Just
Yeah.
because I want to make sure that everybody still understands the whole caboodle. If they adopt her, it is not weird if then the two of you decide to engage in it's not like people are like, oh yeah, no, they're brother and sister.
Right.
It's more like we welcomed her into our house, into our home. They may be like, she is my daughter, but they're not going to be like, and it's weird and creepy that they kiss sometimes.
Okay. Yeah.
She's my sister.
That is good to... Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
They made it very clear to me that I was going to have a very long engagement, as it were. Made sure that they found the right match for me. I haven't heard a lot about it recently. I wonder why.
Because they were pretending to be disappointed in you so that you'd show how good you were.
I don't think they were pretending.
Well, either way, probably not the time that they would discuss your political marriages for their benefit.
Right. No, not at all. Hey, I'm just going to be honest with you, Oresta. This is all really new to me. I've always had people wanting to spend time with me, and that's just part of who I've always been. But I don't know what to make of, these feelings.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Is it because I'm not actively seeking you out that it's strange to you?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I don't want you to change, obviously. It's very new to me. Because I'm actively seeking you out. Like right now, I came to talk to you about Moral. Obviously. He is not. It's not true.
I mean, I can start approaching you if you would prefer that.
No. I like to try new things. I really do. I just wanted to tell you that that's maybe why this hasn't been moving at the pace that some people might expect.
That's alright.
Okay.
We have time. Probably.
Probably.
We don't.
Yeah.
Nothing to be done about it.
That's true.
But, yesterday was a lot. And particularly, I know you were really worried about how things would turn out as much as we were all with you. It was something personal for you and your sister.
It was, yeah. The various skulls up there kind of drove that point home a little bit too,
But you chose to be yourself. And that's what worked.
It did, didn't it?
Keep being yourself, Pyres.
Okay. I will. And then Pyres is going to swoop an arm behind your back and go in for a kiss.
She will kiss him.
Oh, my goodness. That's me.
Wait, does Pyres say that's me after the kiss, or
Yeah,
are
he
you?
does. He does.
me.
Yeah. As in, keep being yourself. And he's like, that's me.
Okay.
Oh, as opposed to like, yeah, that's it, baby.
No, I didn't know if it was Scott being
Yeah.
saying, well, that's me, as in I'm done the scene.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Well, in terms of me,
Sorry.
that's okay. In terms of me, I don't know, something about how things happened yesterday made me realize something.
Oh. Something about, and I like motioned. Oh, about me? That I have nicer legs than you thought?
She laughs.
Hmm.
No, Pyres, I think I love you.
What? What do you mean? Sorry, I know what you mean. I just
Would have been. What?
I'm really flattered? Is that
Would have probably been a better delivery if I said it yesterday while I was feeling what I was feeling, but you know, things happen.
Are you not feeling what you're feeling anymore?
I feel differently, but it's not the fresh discovery.
Oh. Do you want it to be?
I don't know, Pyres. I just don't want to. I don't want to push. That's why I've said my door is open. That's why I haven't been chasing you down.
I want to know what it is that you felt yesterday. And I don't mean just telling me. Let's see if we can recreate it. You and me. And I like extend my hand.
I mean, definitely green card, but also like,
Squee! It's a lot all at once, it's true.
So we're gonna recreate it so you get a bunch of skulls.
yeah, I'm like,
I'll do my dance with my
yeah, well, it's
sister here.
specifically, she's like, okay, he's talking about this as someone who is a performer. So, I don't know how I would do that. But if you want to help me.
I just want to see what we can do together. See if we can find anything that was maybe lost.
Reach out a hand.
So, Pyres will, take it, obviously. I'd like to, oh boy, Gale's not going to be happy about this. I'd like to lead Oresta away to a private place.
This wasn't on the agenda.
I definitely was not. Probably somewhere beyond the barracks. I don't know where. I don't want to like leave campus. That would be.
Mhm.
I mean,
be
you
short-
have
There were-
used
there
you
were-
have used a forest in the past.
Yeah, if he takes the rest of the glade, this is minus 10 heart points.
Oh no, I don't have that many.
Hey,
to
so
Pie
spare.
chart
remember
will
them.
change
Yeah.
to reflect this.
I mean, there were like multiple student barracks, weren't there?
That's true.
So,
Yeah. Great.
Great.
Not the second year one. No, not the 7th year one either.
God.
I will talk to you in your minds while you're in the
Oh
middle.
my
of
gosh.
this.
Can you imagine?
Where'd you guys go?
Like mid whatever, just a voice.
Hello, Pyres.
Yeah.
God.
Look, I don't. Just speaking out of character for a
Okay.
moment. I don't know what exactly I'm gonna describe in this moment. I think Pyres is taking you there to like. I mean, get physical, for lack of a
Mhm.
better word, to like explore each other in some privacy. I think he's ready to take that step. You were saying your door's
Yeah.
always open, so like, I think that's what's happening.
And
Thank you.
do you think that they do take it slow? Like they focus on like the emotional connection aspect, or is it more, okay, we're opening this door and we're stepping all the way through it?
That's a great question.
Yeah. Because I feel like Oresta's going to be uncertain at first, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. No, I think. No. Pyres is too like he would just go for something. He'd be like, yeah, this is definitely how it's going to be, and then it would just change all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think in the heat of the moment, maybe they
Speed things up.
things up. Yeah, there
Okay.
you go. That's a good way to say it. Cool. Okay. We'll check in.
Yay.
Green card.
Go.
Everyone else? We're good? Yeah?
Guys,
Yes?
can you hear me?
Jesus Christ.
You need to report for another strategy meeting in 5 minutes.
Get her out of my head.
Oh my god.
Seriously, are you in our head?
No,
right now?
I'm not
Okay.
in your head.
God, okay.
I will if you miss something important.
Missed dinner.
If you miss dinner, I will be
Missed
calling
the
you in
arrival
your
of
head.
the Celsi agent.
It would be very dragon-blooded for you to be off having a tryst when the attack occurred.
That does sound
It
about
would
right.
be.
But
That's
it's
okay. I have
not
good hearing.
It's true. I'm running out of the
And make
barracks,
sure
like,
that his
pulling
face
my
is down
pants
on a
up.
pillow.
What?
That
Oh
way
my
he's
God.
not too loud so that she can still keep her ear up.
Sorry, excuse me. I will be okay with this.
That's what I'm saying, Gilladgood. I know I can.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, she
Yes.
knows.
Oh, she knows.
We are terrifying.
It's a lovely day.
Oh.
It's nice.
At Kung Fu Veteran.
There's a
Sorry. What's wrong? It's funny.
fucking asshole. The kind of day where dew just doesn't evaporate all the way, but instead of just making everything kind of a soggy mess, it's just adds that little bit of freshness into the air. But while the two of you were gone,
Yikes.
you know, I think the hardest part is that when they get here, they may know who I am, and I won't know who they are.
Gale is saying all of this while covering the blanket with tables, covering the table with blankets. Do you think it's possible that word could have spread about you? Like as far as them and
I
Or is it
destroyed a
possible that-
traitor.
so they could still view you as a friend?
Of course they could.
How do you feel about that?
I know where I stand. If it means that they don't, that means we have an advantage they don't have. Their square is clouded, ours is.
If they don't initially go into the infirmary to activate the table,
I can guide them there if we need to.
don't do it unless we have to, okay?
I'm not taking unnecessary risks. I've got something to fight for now.
Nice.
I know how to follow orders.
But now we're questioning them, and we have a clearer sense of what we're fighting for and why, which has been grossly missing from our education up to this point.
We've been learning how to give orders our entire time here at the House of Bells. We just have to give our own orders to each other. And that's it. There's nothing else to it.
When you say it that way, it sounds so simple.
It is, isn't it?
Sometimes it feels like for every square you uncover, there's 3 more that you didn't see before. And that's a part of the obscured game, right?
If you commit your forces too early, you risk being caught out. You spread your forces out too thin, you risk being caught out. We can play cautious for now. That's what we're doing. We're using the cover for our own purposes. And that's okay. That's all we need.
What's going to be hard is finding the right moment to go fully on the offensive, I think. Because right now we're picking up agents bit by bit as they come to us. But what we need is something that tips the scales so that we can actually go to them. We can go to them prepared, knowing that our force can beat them.
Our force can beat them. Have you seen Oresta?
Yes, I have.
Just stand behind her.
Pyres is currently
I
standing
can't believe
behind Oresta.
at the end of all this, we may come face to face with the Scarlet Empress.
Maybe. Does that bother you?
You think she can stand against her?
The Scarlet Empress is at the core of the vendetta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means that she needed the help of a dispossessed, dishonorable house in order to prop her through these plans. Do you feel dispossessed or dishonorable right now?
No.
Then we can beat her.
It's the most sure of yourself I think I've ever seen you.
I had help from a few friends.
I'm glad. I'm really glad.
I'm surprised, but it's there. Ready?
Yeah.
Well, now we get to hurry up and wait, because that's all we can do.
We can spar or something. I run as far as I can, as fast as I can, and you see if you can catch me before I hit you with this.
There's absolutely no way I could do that.
Aha! Where's that confidence now?
And with that,
War humor.
you can return. War.
If you don't laugh, you cry.
I assume that you're not going to stay out in the fields forever. You'll eventually return to your post.
Yeah. Yes, we will eventually be returning to our post, I think, yeah.
As you start returning to your post,
Hey, what
where
were
did
we
you
saying?
position Morale, by the way?
That's a good question. Well, she would probably wait. How does she fight? Ranged?
Grim
Or-
Scythe.
Grim Scythe. She is not ranged.
She and I, in my mind, could like flank the, on the flanks of the entrance
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
the
Infirm.
Murray.
So as you go by, you
Old
see that
infirmary.
she's sitting once again cross-legged. She has her scythe out, and she just has this big stone that she's scraping across the whole thing. Now, this is a scythe made out of jade. It doesn't really need this, but it seems to be just an action that calms her. But the sound that it makes, instead of it sounding like stone on metal, like a filing away or a grating sound, it instead sounds like whispers every time that she drags the stone across. That was creepy.
That was
Yeah.
super creepy.
Something just fell above us.
Ah!
Yikes.
I would never tell you anything that wasn't absolutely true.
Will you give me a sec?
I'm gonna continue upward to my post inside.
I feel like I might give Oresta's hand a little squeeze before you go, huh? Ooh, in the in the presence of my sister, even. There you go. That's what I meant to say. I just want to head over to her. I don't think I've ever seen Whisper Scream. Is that right?
Yeah.
She
Yep.
picked it before you had the opportunity to select your weapons.
That's right.
So
I don't think I've
I
ever.
mean, you did see it because
Well,
she
sure.
threatened you with it.
I don't ever think I've seen it in action. There we go. That's the one.
You were launched by it not moments ago.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Thank you.
Smash. I kind of motion to it. What's it doing? Thank you.
It's imparting the wisdom.
The wisdom of who? Whom?
Those it is slain.
Have you trapped their souls in the blade or something?
It does not trap souls. It traps their knowledge, their beliefs. The last thing they thought before they died.
Wouldn't that mostly just be fear, rage?
You're thinking of emotion.
Right, that's what you said. Thought, emotion. I truly believe
No.
I truly believe out of character that Pyres thinks those are the same thing.
Oh, Pyres.
Like on a base level, they're the same.
Scythe is originally a weapon designed to thresh wheat. It is not a weapon of war. It is a tool. It turns out that death carries many thoughts with it. Those who wish that they had spent more time with their loved ones. Those who wish that they had done something else, anything but become a soldier. But occasionally you'll find someone who thinks of the strategy that they should have used. Many do not realize they are about to die before they do.
Of course.
And so they think of what their next step is going to be.
What drew you to this, other than, as opposed to hope and abandon?
I have no need of something that can give me hope. I do not require something to express my passion. In the end, those who fall beneath me do so whispering their sorrow or screaming it.
I'm gonna sit down cross-legged across from her and just motion to the blade. I want to hear some.
She hands it to you.
Oh boy.
It's heavy.
It's very heavy.
And then she hands you the stone.
I mean, I'm not deft with this weapon, but I'm pretty dexterous generally. I'm going to try to mimic her movement and just listen.
How many do you want to listen to?
How many?
Yeah.
I'm going to do one run of the blade and see what happens.
One run of the blade?
Oh, this is horrible.
Treasure wasn't worth risking my life.
Okay.
Sounds like a young man saying it.
Again? I'm not going to do this forever, I promise.
I'm not going to do this forever.
John, what was the name of that person? Sorry.
Duck under the next swipe, thrust under her chin.
I look up at Morel. I see.
Try again.
I try again.
When I go home, everyone will think that I am a hero. I really have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
You can see. The thoughts that we have before death sometimes are critical and sometimes mundane. It does not get to be a glorious act, not all the time.
I've grown up as a soldier, and I understand what it means to take a life in war. And yet, I think it's this moment where I realize I don't know anything at all.
Why
About
do you
what it-
say such things?
Well, you talk about finding out the last moments of someone's life, what they choose to hold on to or what they choose to have happen in that moment. I have never thought about taking a life in that way.
Do not let it impede you. Some lives need to be taken. Put hope with abandon. But the last words that run through your mind before you die are those of contentment and love. Or maybe, I hope tomorrow they will be serving toast.
I do have that thought on a pretty daily basis, it's true.
That's because no one can serve you bread. If someone hands you bread, it becomes toast.
It's been so long since I've had just bread.
You have to learn to control yourself.
I can't. It's who I am.
Yes, you can.
Can I read intentions before the end of the scene?
Sure.
Intimacies, but we can come on to that at some moment.
We can come on to a lot of things. What kind of intimacies are you looking for?
Towards herself?
Towards yourself, okay.
I'd love to know. Sorry. I'd love to know. Yeah, I think just in like he's trying to get to know how she feels about herself through how he's describing himself. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
It's done. Go for it.
That's fine until you acknowledged me.
Can someone quote that? Please.
I was fine
Fine until you acknowledged me.
What's her
The difference, Kate, is that you're always fine.
Hey. Happy Halloween, everyone. That's
That's
nice, eh? What's her resolve?
Thank you, Scott.
Nope,
Keeping
sorry.
us on topic.
I
there.
just want to know
thumbs up.
Our
stuff.
resolve is currently 4,
I got 3 successes.
so you get dick.
Whoa.
Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm just going to keep saying it till it works.
Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, rusticate. But that's... And then I'm going to find Oresta again. But just to run off, not to like...
Oh, okay.
Not to like have another scene. I'm
Fine.
taking up this whole fucking game.
You are out for walks with your former commander.
Former, yes. We're in a hearth now. And Mother wanted her to join the family.
She'll bring fine children.
What do you mean?
I've no doubt that she would teach them well.
I've got a lot of things that I'm still trying to figure out.
House Cathak is full of us.
Sure.
Headstrong, fiery, passionate. Do you not believe that we could use a little more grounding?
Yes, I do. It might help our house avoid getting into traitorous alliances with others.
It might.
Maybe.
Kitty is nothing if not shrewd.
That is true. I don't know what this is yet, but I will.
Gale,
Yes.
there are 2 cresting the hill.
Oh, cut the crap, Morel. We gotta go.
Better not be those little doll shits. Okay, good.
They're not.
Ladal shits.
There are two cresting the hill. Two men. They're both look quite casual at the moment, although you can tell that the weapons that they carry by their sides are of magical material.
Okay.
They just seem like bog standard Diclaves.
Okay. I guess Siantel and Flavienne are still nearby, so I'm gonna let them know. And I'm gonna ask Flavienne to seek out Pyres and Oresta and Moral and let them know, and ask Siantel to stay out of sight but nearby in case her presence is required to get them into the infirmary.
I know what it's like to be bait. She looks at you, and then she scampers off, and then she turns back and she takes Gale by the shoulders and just gives her a very soft kiss on her cheek, and then turns back around and runs off again. You are approached indeed by Flavienne, who informs you that there are two men cresting the hill approaching the infirmary.
Positions.
I take mine.
Me too.
Is anybody close enough to the infirmary that they could hear or overhear them?
So I believe my post was to be in one of the adjoining rooms, close enough to be able to overhear.
Inside the infirmary?
Probably. I would choose whatever.
Can reach, yeah.
It's not a charm. I just have better hearing. Everything's different.
Everything changed
Yeah.
when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah. So, I try to choose a room like further down the hall than where the office is, so that they wouldn't really have a reason to go there.
And I imagine Moral and I'd like to be able to keep an eye on her so we can see each other across the field, but it's probably pretty quiet out there as well, right? Like if they're talking.
Which is why I would like for the two of you to roll your finesse stealth.
Kate and I at the same time
Now,
are like, oh no.
Kate,
Yeah.
you are in a room,
Yeah.
and ostensibly you had time to position yourself, so your difficulty is 3.
Great.
Scott,
Yeah.
Pyres is outside, which makes him a little harder to conceal appropriately, needing to be close by to where needs to be, so your difficulty is 4.
Okay.
You may choose whatever force, finesse, or fortitude you would like to roll with your stealth.
I am going to have made sure that
So it's
I
not just finesse.
Okay.
am seated. So I'm assuming there's no springs in these beds. I'm assuming that they wouldn't make noise themselves, so I'd be seated cross-legged on one bed so that I wouldn't have footstep sounds, and I've been focusing on calming my breath.
Okay.
I like that. And then I'm going to, knowing that I'm not naturally stealthy, I'm going to leverage my athletic ability to leap into one of the rooms of the barracks and up into the rafters so I can kind of conceal myself up there.
Okay. Now, if you fail, this doesn't mean that you've failed. I'm just pointing that out.
Stealth mission failed.
4.
And I got 3. That's not enough for me, though. 3 successes.
No. What this means is that you can choose one of the following.
Ready.
You can either choose to, if they ever feel like they want to examine their surroundings, they'll find you, assuming that they roll success.
Decently well, yeah.
Or you find a way to hide, but not in a way that's going to be easy for you to get out.
Oof.
It'll take you an extra round to extract yourself from where you are.
Definitely the first option.
Okay.
I need to be easily extractable.
How many times have I heard that?
Well, once at least.
Okay.
There are better jokes, folks. Get good writers. They'll help you with this sort of thing.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna leave those dice right there in case they become necessary. As the two are entering into the building, think the rumors are true? Rumors? No one cares about rumors. Rumors are for people who wish to make everyone fearful of where we are going.
Like this guy.
I don't want to kill him anymore. Can
we keep him?
Can we keep him?
All I know is that nobody has been coming back here. Everybody who's approached here has disappeared. Do you think that they are like us? They're not like us. They are fools. Miscreants. They are not. Bodon.
Bodon?
Bodun. B-O-D-U-N. Bodun. Yes, no one is like Bodun.
Strong.
I like it.
It's not a Russian accent.
Yeah. Sounds French to me.
Yeah.
They immediately start moving desks around in the front office, Garavel's office, so you can hear.
Mhm.
And then you can hear them opening up the trapdoor. It's dark down there. It shouldn't be that dark. People shouldn't be dead, but they're dead. What, do you expect this to be easy? You need to keep your voice down. I could speak lower. And they start heading down.
You are the bird
Trapdoor.
squad. I am the bird squad.
They're all gone. Somebody took all of the necessary ingredients and took the elixir itself. And only those things. Look. You can't see him. Why am I gesturing?
Because you're playing the
Yeah, it's
characters
acting.
for the audience.
Exactly.
It's for us, not our characters.
It is recent. Yeah, it hasn't been a very long time. Congratulations. Nice work.
Bodon. Oh my god.
They might still be here. Maybe. Look. No dust. No dust at all. We go up. We look. No, we check in. We can look later. Bodon does not like this. Bodon can kiss my ass.
I love this
Say I do.
duo.
That's why I did not participate.
Good shout.
Bodon does not like this. You can hear the sound of the desk flipping so that the orichalcum is now on top as opposed to underneath. Causeway. Your desk lights up. Where are you?
I'm next to the desk.
You're not standing in front of it.
No, I don't want to be seen.
Okay.
The desk is under a bunch of blankets right now.
So like tented so that you can still see what's going on.
Yeah, like I just wanted to make it so that they couldn't immediately see where the desk was and they couldn't see me. But I could
because if you cover it with a blanket, it won't pop up.
Yeah.
You won't see anything yourself. So what I'm assuming is that you basically created a little fort
Yeah.
and that you are standing off to the side.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And your desk is the desk that was recovered underneath. Beneath the sea.
Yes. So it lights up even without me needing to use the password that Oresta just overheard?
Remember, if they use the same password that this was last activated from,
Then we're good.
it'll connect.
And it's possible that this is linking up to other desks as well.
Oh, yes.
Excellent.
I suppose we're gonna
Okay,
find out.
here we go.
The following lights up.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ.
Super.
Following lights up. I'm only talking about your desk because it's the only desk that you can currently see.
Okay.
Right? Unless for some reason you've decided to maneuver.
No.
That will require a new stealth roll.
Might want to buy some stuff.
You can see the two gentlemen who have entered into the infirmary, one of whom is tall and lean, and one of whom is shorter and stouter, with quite a grizzled beard and wide eyes. The one who's tall and lean has a nose that comes very sharp to a point. Looks almost ferret-like in his face. You also see another table with another man.
Lunar.
Sorry?
Lunar.
Sometimes,
I know.
Secret.
I'm just being an asshole.
It's possible.
if we were still doing clinic hours, I'd just do a whole one about, like, sometimes a cigar is just a fucking cigar.
Nice.
You see another table. What you do not see, however, are the surroundings beyond just a few, 2 meters in front of the desk. So it's not like you can then see a projection of the entire room that it's in. But this is useful for you to know for the future. This desk, however, does not show anyone, but you can see a beautiful chair that seems to be made of inlaid bronze with deep cushioning for it. It's not quite a throne, but it looks like it belongs in a palace itself. Where's the water? I don't know. The table's been moved. Just wait. Zindel will be here.
Oh no. Oh no.
Why not underwater? I don't get it. Underwater is where with that tentacle that kept moving by. I named it. Where is George?
I'm going with tentacles.
Tentacles.
I don't know where George is. He was my friend. No, he wasn't. Bodan.
Oh, Bowden.
I'm allowed to say who my friends are. Yeah, fine. Okay, great. And then a third man comes into view and sits down at the chair itself. This man has a very close cropped, almost bald, but you can see just the slightest fringe of blue hair running around the back of his very dark skin. He peers down at the table itself. So, what did you see? The table was not used. But the trap door was opened, and they took the elixir. Who took the elixir? We don't know. It's been tough. I understand. Zindel is indisposed at the moment. You may give your report to me. They start describing how no one is here at the House of Bells. They haven't seen anyone. But they know that the elixir had to have been taken recently. They may still be in the area. They also know that no one has returned back from the House of Bells. They've heard talk about the rumors and stories that they've heard at the adjoining towns, but that they see no evidence. So it's possible that no one has simply returned because they didn't want to. They, however, do not mention, because it did not come from this direction, the two Ladal that you met outside. Sweep the area. Make sure that there's no one else. It is important that no one knows. And find the elixir. It's possible that somebody from Vierin's office came back here and took the rest. I doubt it. But we've burned that bridge. When do we speak with Zindel? Zindel always had great jokes. Zindel has no jokes for you today. There's one more thing. One of the tables is no longer underwater. Which means it's been recovered. But no one's around. We could be lucky. We're going to have to change the code word. The new one is Excel. But that's what we all have to do going forward. Once you have the information, call us back. And the tables wink out.
Well, I guess I'll wait to see if I can tell whether they're going to start by searching the infirmary or whether they're going to come outside immediately and start searching out there.
I guess you will, Oresta.
Then I have a plan.
Listening.
You're still just listening.
Shit plan, but it's a plan.
Now that I've heard all this glorious stuff through the table, I'm gonna ready myself to leave the barracks and station myself so I can get anyone who tries to leave the infirmary.
Die of luck.
Mm-hmm.
One of you, please, also.
6.
They do not search the infirmary. They're leaving the infirmary first in order to try and track whoever might have been here. You see them looking at the ground and starting to speak amongst themselves, pointing this way and that. They're standing immediately outside the infirmary. You can see where they are from where you are. Haven't seen you yet.
I'd like to. Please let me know if I'm going to interrupt anyone else's plan.
No, my plan's done now.
That's all I had.
That's all I had. No, we fight.
I'd like to commit a mote for the scene to use distracting patter technique. It allows my allies to have reduced difficulty on their stealth rolls.
And you didn't activate this before.
Because I'm the distraction.
Oh,
And in that moment, I couldn't be. However, now...
Yeah,
Pyres, you can always be a distraction.
Please. Only at night. I'm sure there's some sort of better joke in there. I don't know.
Drink that.
Nice. What I would like to do, commit the motes for the scene. My patter, essentially, I would like to pretend to be someone who's come to loot the House of Bells, and I'd like to fall out of the ceiling of the barracks that I'm hiding in and make enough clatter that they come to see what I've done. So I'm going to literally fall out of the roof and land,
All right.
and
Go
just
ahead.
start.
I mean, you're in a barracks, though. You're not in the infirmary.
That's true, but I'm hoping to make enough noise.
Okay.
So,
So you don't actually literally have to fall out of the roof. You can make it sound like you did.
okay. I'm pretty extra, though.
I'll accept the fact that you're extra.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll it.
Yay! Okay. So this will, I'll roll, anyway, this will provide apparently -3 diff to stealth rolls for allies, which feels really good.
-3 diff.
That's what it says. I guess that just makes it instantly, so anyway, whatever.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, unless
Depends
it's
on the
right,
difficulty.
of course,
So
okay.
you need at least one success.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, no. If a difficulty is under 3, you don't roll it. You don't have to.
True.
So I'm going to land on the floor and start moaning essentially about my leg. My leg,
Oh, my leg.
I'm gonna get up and be like, where did I leave start rattling around, I'm digging through my pack, I'm looking for things. I'm like, damn it, she must have run off with it. And I'll craft a whole story as we go. Oh, okay, yeah, this is 4 successes.
So you succeed. No.
This is, yes, in this performance.
All right. Well, your stealth rolls are
Sweet.
stupid cheap now.
Nice.
If you need them for sneaking.
Bodun, go check. Bodun starts to head over towards the building.
Bodun.
And he slams the door open. He takes 2 steps forward, and you see that he's actually much shorter than you first anticipated. Stands maybe 150 centimeters tall, and looks down and glares at you.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I hop to my feet.
What is Shrimp doing here?
Shrimp, hey.
And he reaches down and he plucks you by the shirt and lifts you up and puts you on the ground.
Oh, thank goodness. She
Where
ran.
Are you going?
I'm going to start approaching to a point where I would, I'm moving closer to the door while they're distracted.
Okay.
I'm keeping both of them in my sights, and I'm trying to catch a glimpse of Siantel to see if
She's staying
I
hidden.
can see her. Okay.
Until someone tells her to make herself known, she's going to stay hidden because someone else decided to become bait instead.
Hey, I'm
Fair.
just taking action, Thala, she ran off with it. Look, we just came here to see what we could find, here at the House of Bells, and then all of a sudden she just grabbed the artifact and ran. Will you help me get her?
I could eat you in 2 bites.
I don't know if I'd want you to. Who are you?
You might be tasty. You certainly look tasty.
What? Thanks. Who are you?
Who is this?
Great question. Oh, sorry, I'm Lidal Bo. I'm just... Thala ran off with the artifact. Yeah, straight up. We found a couple things here at the House of Bells. We're just trying to figure out what happened. We knew a lot of people who went here. Can you guys help me?
Do you know where she headed?
I mean, she hit me pretty hard, so I might be wrong, but I think, and I'm gonna motion in the direction back towards the front gates.
And you're saying, what was she carrying?
Yeah, the artifact.
And the artifact, I think, is what he said.
I did say the artifact. We found I don't know, something that must have belonged to one of the professors here. It was like a really sweet like whip, What? What?
Open your pack.
My pack? You don't think I took anything, do you?
Open your pack.
Yeah, of course, sir, right away. I'm going to dump the contents of my pack on the floor. There's condoms, there's whiskey.
It's just all condoms.
Just Maiden's tea in powdered form.
Thank you.
Sorry.
And Velcro
Absolutely.
for
Velcro.
your shirts.
Oh, sure. Oh
They don't
my God.
really. They don't really accidentally rip.
All my
folks.
secret
So-
shirt Velcro. I'm sorry. No. Look. I
I
have
mean, I think
soldiers.
there should be some Maiden's tea just for humorous effect.
I would allow it. Yeah, there's Maiden's tea.
Oh, Thala lucky.
Well, yeah, especially since she made off with the thing. I can't believe she betrayed me like that.
Did she take any jars?
Jars? I don't know. Oh. Liquids, kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it just looked like,
What does she look like? And he starts to head over in the direction that you pointed.
I give a description.
You no longer have to roll stealth, by the way. Though. He's being pretty...
Distracting.
I start giving a description that is halfway between Flavienne and Thala, from what I can remember. Oops.
You're saying that she attacked you.
Yeah.
What did she take from you?
Well, the whip. I was holding on to it. She really wanted to hold on to the jars. I don't know what they are. I just thought they were like old gunk. Goop.
Okay. You're going to help us find her.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna help me find her.
You're going to help us find her. If you do, there's going to be a reward in it for you, okay?
Okay.
Good. He's Bodun. My name is Ga.
Okay.
G-A-H?
Just GA. Ga.
Yeah.
It's good to meet you both.
GAH is a favorite food of Klingons.
Ah!
Gah.
Kapla.
What were you doing here?
We're gonna help you find your friend,
Uh-huh.
and we're also not going to kill you.
Oh, that's what you were doing here. Okay.
Yes.
I understand.
You've heard that people don't make it back from here.
Yeah.
Let's be the first to change the story.
Okay. Just because I didn't get in here doesn't mean I'm stupid.
What?
What? Let's go.
They are going. They're
Okay,
they're
great.
walking. They're wandering, and they are completely focused on the fact that you are a weird thief.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you?
I mean, I'm trying to position myself so that when their backs are turned, if Oresta is out as well, that we can start attacking.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I've been making my way to the point where I feel like I can get to the exit of the infirmary, and then once their backs are turned, step out.
Juggernaut it.
I assume that your instructions also included for Moral and for Flavienne to this. You can either choose to kill them, or you can choose to capture them. But there's 6 of you and 2 of them. They will not be putting up too much of a fight.
I vote capture. I think
Capture.
Gale would have said capture, ideally.
So we're gonna find out how much damage you take before you capture them.
Sounds
So
good.
what I would like you to do is pick a combat roll, unassisted by charms. If you want to have it assisted by charms, you can, but you'll have to spend 2 motes to make it happen.
Oh, damn. Okay.
To stunt supply.
Yeah, of course. I like me a good stunt.
In my case, I keep Soaring Eye in the in its bag, in its covering, so that when I'm aiming at them, it's like the blunted edge, basically.
Because you don't yeet, you aim.
That's right.
Oresta is the one who yeets.
So I am the one who
Sort of like she is the
I
danger.
am the one who eats.
What about Oresta?
Oresta's gonna charge at one of them and summon her Tetsubo out of the ground just as she's closing, just as like he's turning around. And clock him.
Okay. Pyres.
Woof. Yeah, I haven't even rolled.
You're allowed to take inspire actions through this, by the way. You don't have to straight up attack them. Your inspire actions could be as simple as like, whoa, and then they're like, oh, you're falling, and then they get clocked and
Right.
swept and
Yeah, I think in that case, then yeah, I would take a performance roll. I would tell them both to like, whoa, hang on, look, and then try to point out a figure in the distance.
Okay.
The classic look over there, John. That's what I'm going for.
All right, and I'm going to basically roll. And we're going to tally up all of our successes, and the number of successes that I get, more than the number of successes that you get, will be health levels of damage that you'll have to assign amongst the 3 of you. Sound fair?
Yes.
The answer may be 0. The answer
answer-
is probably going to be 0.
The answer may. What?
Nice. Thank
7?
I'm the
God
juggernaut.
somebody got points because I rolled.
Yeah, Liz
2.
was bad news here,
Mine
and
was shit.
I didn't even use the charms, so that's okay.
I rolled. I almost
The
got
modes
a.
of
I almost
damage.
got a
Oh, no.
quadruple botch because I rolled 110 and
Ooh, 4 to add to this 9
7.
is 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody killed him?
So, no, you don't
No,
accidentally
I'm
kill
kidding.
him.
Good
But you don't take any damage.
hooray!
capture.
Mostly because they seemed to focus on Oresta, and that seems to be a bad plan. They kind of, they basically
Never
just
go for the tank.
wail against. They attack the tank.
Such a bad idea.
Oh.
You take no damage. You just soak it all.
So good.
They just like hit me and I look at them.
Yeah, basically. And then you put the 2 of them down, strip them of their weapons, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Searching their pockets.
And we'll take them back somewhere where we can sort of interrogate
To
them.
the jail cell.
Yeah, we
down
came to the jail cell.
Yeah.
It's empty
The
now.
crushed one.
It's you destroyed it. Or she destroyed it, I
Is
should
there
say.
another
It did get
jail
exploded.
cell?
You're right.
Do we have other
I'm
cells?
You can put them into one of the rooms in the
Yeah, yeah.
barracks. Like isn't really a jail cell around here. The actual place that would be considered a jail cell got destroyed
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truth.
in the original battle, and you no longer have that little cage underneath the bell tower, so you can just use a room in the.
Quick,
Yeah.
who has
Look,
crafts?
there's 6 of you. They're not going to escape.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Mission successful, everyone. Well done.
You should tell whoever your superiors are that we won't talk.
Mm.
We're going to swallow everything until we die.
Especially.
Bodon does not wish to die. Bodon will tell you what you need to know.
Would you be interested in swallowing this?
Bodon, you suck.
Damn it, Bowden.
I don't
It's
know
the
what you're holding.
toxin.
Hmm.
Ever seen one of these?
I don't know if you know what that is, but you really do not want to be messing with it.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't want to drink.
Maybe
it.
I should see what it does.
Bodon just a guide.
Crunch.
Just a guide.
Crunch.
Who were you speaking with? The man with the blue hair. Who is he?
What man with blue hair?
The man with the blue hair you were talking to over the table.
You're the one with the table.
I have a table. I know of others who have them too. We've been watching you for a while.
That's bold.
Bold strokes. Gale stone-faced.
If you've been watching us for a while, I'm not sure there's anything I could tell you that you don't already know.
Try me.
Why was he there instead of Zindel?
Ooh.
So I'll point this out.
Mhm.
He's not interested in answering your questions. You're going to have to do something in order to get him interested in answering your questions. So you're going to need to figure out either like a persuade. Because, I mean, we could do the thing where you ask questions and I do the whole like, I'm not going to tell you. But like, we know what's
We don't
gonna
want to
happen.
do that.
So
I am going to cast Judge's Ear Technique, though.
you don't have to cast
it's
it.
permanent,
It's always active.
Fucking hell.
That's
I'm
okay.
going to do this every time. I
That's
just
okay.
want you to know that.
You and me together.
Yay!
Go team.
Nice psychological
Logic.
psychological
I'm down to intimidate as an assist
I'm
action.
down to clown.
Nice. Oh, that's fun.
That's a thing.
Basically, what is the attempt? Are you going to attempt to intimidate? Are you going to attempt to bribe, threaten? Well, threaten is intimidate.
Mhm.
Are you going to try to discover some of their intimacies and then try to like be like, no, but we're the good guys? Are you going to, kill one of them and then turn to the other one and be like, you're next?
Ooh, yeah, we can make an example out of Ga.
I don't think we need to make an example
You
out
could
of
make an
God,
example out of Bodin.
Bowden. Bowden.
who seems to know nothing.
I feel like Bowden's more likely to talk than Ga, though.
Very, but he just
like he
he said he
has-
didn't know anything.
He says it, but like he might have. All right.
We start on Bowden, and then we go and intimidate God, and then we just bounce back and forth until one of them squawks.
So you're going to pay... are you actually going to play them off against each other? Like put them in different rooms?
Yeah, good
Like the good
idea.
cop, bad cop routine?
Sure. I'm the bad cop.
Good cap.
I'll be a bad cop too.
Okay.
Is that how that
Vivian
works?
and I will be the good
I just
cops.
want to see Gale Whispered coming over, try to flip the desk, be like, ugh.
You know what? I didn't want to anyway.
Because I'm like, you haven't... Like, what is your force?
Well, now it's 4.
What's your physique?
1.
Yeah, you can still flip the table with that.
It's just a little
Alright,
like, good.
Meanwhile, Oresta tries to flip the table. It just launches into the ceiling and it splinters. It's
Holy
in
shit.
pieces. It starts to rain and he's like, I'll tell you everything.
That could have been you. You're lucky the table was in my way.
So what you
Holy
can each
shit.
choose a role.
Ah,
What role would you like to make? In other words, what action are you going to take in order to carry this along?
Okay.
It could be.
Intimidation.
So, but what kind of an intimidation are you trying?
Um,
Because like, you could flip a table into the ceiling, or you could, you could threaten them with your, words chosen carefully.
no, definitely using my strength.
No.
Idly pick up something in the room and just, distractedly crush it while I'm talking to them.
Just disintegrate it in your
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
So you're odd jobbing this.
Yes.
So hot. All right.
Okay. right, that's going to be force physique, and you can stunt for that.
If I'm well, it doesn't really matter who I'm kind of paired.
Who's taking the lead, by the way?
That's a good question. Probably
Yeah.
Gale Whispered.
Gale can.
Great.
So then you'll roll for every 3 and above. You'll add those successes +1 for each of you.
Great. I'm also going to assist. I'd like to essentially, like, by playing good cop, I want to try to instill in them a bit of the character that I had before. I'm clearly not that guy, but I want them to believe that they can trust me with the information that I'll be sure to hold off Oresta. You know, it's like, oh, you can trust me to take care of her. We'll let you go if you play ball.
Yeah, Pyres can take care of her.
Woo! Can he? We should roll that later. Just kidding. Just kidding. I just don't trust my dice. Oh.
Neither do I mine.
Oh, we might do it anyway.
My dice.
Uh-oh.
What Gale is trying to do is basically overwhelm them with rapid fire information
Whoa.
and make them believe that her network of other people who have been eavesdropping using these tables know where their families are and are not far away.
Okay.
So she's trying to like basically make them believe that we know way more than we do.
Okay. Makes sense. Successes?
Sketchy.
5.
No threshold.
Okay.
Too bad.
You still get +1 because you are helping.
I am helping.
Helping.
So for you, you'll add 4 dice.
That's right.
3, 4, 5 +1. So 4 +1 is 5. Add
Wild.
5 dice to yours.
Okay. And my role would be, I mean,
Make a case for it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a sagacity because I'm using the true info that we already have. Kind of? Embassy?
Sagacity isn't really about like the information that you have about this current situation, though.
Embassy?
Embassy.
Yeah,
is
embassy
more
applies.
appropriate.
Okay.
Fin Embassy. Very good.
Ah. Finessy.
Finessy.
And we said
Yeah.
finesse, right? No, force.
Hennessy?
I said force.
Wow. Forcey.
4C.
I mean, I'd rather finesse if we think that makes
I was
more
just saying it
sense.
'cause
This
it sounds
is
fun.
this is finesse because you're rapid talking.
Great.
Force would be like, we know this and this and this. Talk.
Yeah.
You are sorry?
Did I stunt on it as well?
Yeah.
Come on.
So you added your 5 extra dice
Yeah.
+2 for your stunt.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dice.
Come on,
I
baby.
love rolling dice in this game, which is why we're very excited to get our hands on some D10s at some point. Yeah, some beautiful new ones at some point, which we're pretty jazzed.
8 successes.
Okay.
Bowden dies.
Oh my god.
So here's the thing.
Oh.
This is not something that they are willing to let go of quite so easily, which means that we're going to do a thing.
Huh?
A hard bargain?
We're a hard bargain.
The number of gasps coming out of Liz too is just a lot.
Miracle I'm still alive.
So
Jesus.
what we are going to do is I am going to give you an offer,
Okay.
and you can, if we can come to an agreement, that's what will happen. And if we can't, then you're going to get 8 extra dice on your next action that you take in this scene.
Which could be to kill them.
It could be
Yes.
Excellent.
One of them will be completely uncooperative, which means that you're only going to get one person's information. I will tell you that Bowden and Ga both have different information. I know who knows what. So you can choose. One of them will be essentially completely uncooperative and knocked unconscious to force the other one to talk. But that person will tell you everything that they know. But you will not get both of them. You will not get the full picture.
That's hard for Gale to swallow. That's a tough pill.
It is.
But it's not Gale making the decision. It's Elizabeth.
Oh, she's not much better.
You can discuss,
All right.
and you can also feel free to counter offer,
Okay.
but I'm under no obligation to take it.
So this is difficult because I really like Bowden and I would like to talk to him.
Oh, that's so
But-
sweet.
I don't, you know.
Red herring. I feel like we're being red herring,
We could
right?
be red-haired.
So let's
Hey.
go do it.
Right.
Do Bowden. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Do
Ga
what's
is
fun.
being a little shit. We can knock him out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do what's fun.
All right, we knock out Ga. We want Bowden.
Incredible. We want Bowden.
We want Bowden.
Incredible.
Who's doing the knocking out?
Yay!
I should point out that Moral at this point is keeping an eye out for anyone else who may be coming around. Flavienne
Smart.
is with you, but Siantel is staying hidden.
Okay.
For now.
Did I have a plan?
Ga takes one look at you and says, "You're speaking absolute nonsense. There's no such thing as a secret
Commander.
vendetta. House Excelsi doesn't exist."
Yep, sure. Done.
Yay.
And then you hear from the other room, "What was that? What happened? What's going on?"
God needed to take a little nap. He had forgotten that Excelsi exists.
Dirt nip.
But you won't forget, will you, Bowden?
Are they in the same room, or did you
No,
separate
separate
them?
rooms.
Separate rooms. So we're like,
We walk
we're
over.
poking our heads up, but you won't forget, will you, Bowden? That's what we thought. Now, let's start from the beginning.
In the interests of not blowing out eardrums, because I don't have the compression set, Bowden's initial information I'm going to give in my own voice.
Okay.
Towards the end, when I revert back to Bowden's voice, then you may start talking to him directly.
Okay.
Bowden is of House Excelsi. He admits it. But the only reason he chooses to admit it is because you seem to know a whole lot about Excelsi already, and believes that it's possible that you may also be House Excelsi. So he's trying to save his own skin by confessing, being like, "I just have to prove that we're on the same side." Because he also has no idea how you know about the elixir, unless you are Excelsi.
I mean, fair.
The elixir is something that was secretly developed by sorcerers as part of House Excelsi in order to expose Anathema. It comes, however, with a curious side effect. If you give it to a mortal, nothing happens. Give it to one of the dragon-blooded, and they lose control over their anima. It is, in fact, rapidly lethal unless somebody has enough strength to persevere through it. But it is not physical strength, it is command over their essence that makes you more likely to withstand this particular poison. It is extremely costly to create, not because of the materials, which are admittedly rare, but because this ritual can only be performed during calibration. Which also means that there's A, a limited number of people who know how to do it, and B, they cannot continue to do it all the time. And the reagents that are required in order to make this do not last a whole year. They have to be replaced. So the elixir itself is stable once created for 1 year. After that, it becomes inert. The materials also become inert after 1 year, whether they're used or not. So it's impossible to build up a huge stockpile of the stuff. Essentially, you gather what you can, perform the ritual during calibration, and then you have 1 year. At the next calibration, all of the stuff becomes worthless, which is also kind of an advantage, because once it becomes worthless, it's impossible to detect.
That's true.
You have been lucky enough to only encounter people who have been poisoned by this in the past couple of months.
So if it becomes inert, is it like, can you distinguish that? Like if you just look at two vials, one that's inert and one that isn't, or do they look identical? Do they seem identical?
They will appear, it will essentially appear identical. One of the It's one of the materials, the rarest one, which I haven't named, and so fuck it. Which will become inert. At that point, then it basically ends up appearing like just spoiled wine.
So you would be able to tell the difference then, if I could.
I don't know what you mean by.
So I guess what I'm asking is if I had like a 2-year-old elixir and then I just brewed one yesterday, would they look the same?
They would look the same.
Okay, cool.
But one wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Just
And if you recovered a body of somebody who had been poisoned by this and you tried to examine them,
it wouldn't appear in their blood.
it wouldn't appear in their blood.
'Kay.
It would be as if they drank vinegar,
Cool.
essentially, which is not
Gross.
enough
Gross.
to make anybody curious. Not that even somebody who knows what's going on, they wouldn't necessarily know because they'd have to know what to look for. You have discovered it, but not everyone would think to do so. But again, mortals who drink this, nothing, absolutely nothing happens to them. Which makes it especially useful because then you can literally pour it into, say, a banquet, and everybody who is not exalted will be unaffected.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody who is... Now, you'd have to have quite a bit of it in order to do that, and this stuff is pretty difficult to make.
Okay. Well, that's really useful.
He also insists that he has never met either the gentleman who you saw at the table or Zindel. He has spoken to them through the tables. There are other tables that exist. He doesn't know where they are. The only other one that he has used, he actually used at the location with the chair. That's the last one he used.
Where is that?
It's in the Imperial City.
Oh, balls. Table with ornate chair in Imperial City. Balls. Balls.
He doesn't know what the plan is with Zindel. He doesn't know anything about the letter that Zindel wrote that you intercepted, which I will play for you again at the conclusion of this. He also has no idea why Zindel is specifically looking for you, nor does he know why Zindel is looking specifically for Celsi. He does believe that Zindel is a Celsi because only a Celsi seem to have access to these tables, and he has no reason to believe otherwise. He also knows that Ga is not as highly placed as him in a Celsi ranks, but that he is from a different cell and therefore has different information. He's relatively sure that he's not going to assist. Zindel, by the way, starts with a Z. Sindel is a character in Mortal Kombat.
Might be where the hair came.
Does he know the name of the gentleman with the blue hair?
No. Like he said, he doesn't know either of them.
But he's spoken to him before. So
Spoken to them, but he
Yeah.
doesn't know them.
Okay.
We're a fan of Zindel.
Yeah, I'm only correcting you, Kumku Fenders, because then if somebody like rushes to the wiki to look them up,
Doop, 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 doop.
probably better that they have the actual name.
I want to ask him about like recent defectors, traders.
He has no idea about recent defectors or traitors other than one. Seven Fingers, who used to be a faculty member at this school, was caught trying to kill another member of House of Celsi. They don't know why.
Okay.
They're glad he's dead. That member of House of Celsi is actually the reason that they're in the area. They had been asked to trail them, and then when the trap had been set off, although Bodun does not know how this trap functions, once the trap was set off, they knew exactly where to go.
So they were trailing Seven Fingers?
They were trailing whoever Seven Fingers was trying to kill.
Okay, but he doesn't name any names there.
No. All he knows is that there is a member of House of Celsi who asked for help
Ah.
and went to Arjif which was the location that they were last able to find. They were in Argif when they got the notice about the trapdoor going off, and that's why they headed to the House of Bells.
Okay.
That took priority. He believes that whoever this House of Celsi person is may still be in Argif, but has no idea who this person is. They communicate through signals. He would have to try to find the signal, and therefore would then find whoever it was. He circled, by the way, considering that it was probable that bandits would waylay anybody trying to travel to the House of Bells directly from Argif, which is why it took him longer to get here.
Okay. So Gale wants to go find Siantel and relay this information to her, and see if she wants to reveal herself as a gamble to get more.
Okay.
You are relatively sure that he is... he's answering all of your questions.
Okay.
And your Judge's Ear technique doesn't trigger once.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not to take away from your idea, but she isn't going to be able to get more information than you already are.
Okay.
You're welcome to ask questions if you think that I've missed anything. However, here are the things that he can't tell you or won't... Well, no, he cannot tell you. He can't tell you about the trap. He doesn't know how it works. Can't tell you about Zindel, nor can he tell you about the other guy with the blue hair. Doesn't know them. He just knows that they are... He thinks that they are a Celsi because they're associated with the tables, but that's it.
Okay.
He knew quite a bit about the elixir and how it was created. He does not know the sorceress workings required in order to create it. He does know, however, that Garavel did know how to do it.
Okay. Does he know anything about Viren's use of the elixir and how it got to Maion?
He doesn't know about how it got to Maion.
Okay.
He does know that what they were planning on doing was to try to destabilize the House of Bells by insisting that there were anathema here. They found somebody who was likely to try and latch onto that for personal glory. Gave him the use of this elixir in order to discover or outroot anathema, but only gave him enough to be able to outroot one or two. So they had to be very careful as to when it would be used. They promised then that if he were to be able to prove that the House of Bells was overrun, or at the very least, somebody was undercutting the entire organization through anathema, that then the House of Bells would fall and that he would be granted the victory.
Okay.
I have a question. Sorry to interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
No, maybe I should.
Sure. I'm going to make sure that one thing is clear, though, because I believe Gale Whispered would catch on to this if it isn't already. Viren got his orders from Fokuf to take out the House of Bells. At least that's what he believes. Go ahead.
Yep.
Well, I think essentially we've answered this, but I just want to make sure. Would Bowden have any additional knowledge as to, like, taking down the House of Bells is to destabilize the realm, unless there were other reasons that he may know about, personal ones against whoever?
The reasons that a Celsi had to take out the House of Bells was to cause enough disruption in order to create infighting among houses that already were vying quite closely for the throne.
That's super fair. Okay, cool.
It was not intended to be a, well, now the realm doesn't have any fighters left. It was because their plan is faster than that.
Right.
It was literally destabilize the realm in such a way that it couldn't be pinned on any one individual house.
Mm-hmm. Right, just a bunch of people acting on their own.
The House of Bells falling is a big fucking deal.
Yeah, sure.
And it would mean that people would lose faith in the actual throne. Because also, the point is, hey, for at least 10 years, if not longer, the House of Bells has been overrun by anathema.
Yeah.
Therefore, we can't trust anybody who has come out of the House of Bells in the past 10 years. He, however, acknowledges that there's something that has gone wrong with this plan. somebody has been spreading Viern's Folly, a gateway opening which outlines the direct mistakes that Viern made in his attack on the House of Bells. While this doesn't immediately cancel out everything that the people have learned, it does mean that some people are saying, well, if Viern was so sloppy in his attack, maybe there weren't Anathema there in the first place. Because remember, it's not like they had news cameras. There isn't like first-person footage of Juin blowing her anima banner. That's the only people who saw that were people who were close by.
They've all been bought off.
Yeah, seriously. I think they're all on your sheet.
Wowee.
I've used
Maui.
them this much this season.
Seriously.
So we've clocked the stuff about Fokuf, the implications.
Yep.
Because he gave Viren orders, or at least it seems as though he gave Viren orders, which means he's either directly taking orders from Excelsi or he's being manipulated without his knowledge by Excelsi. But either way, it amounts to the same thing pretty much.
Yeah, it's unlikely that it was forged orders because by now Fokuf would have come out and said, I didn't say this. So,
me?
yeah, exactly. Right? So it is true. Either Fokuf is being manipulated, he's an idiot, or he's
in on it.
He's in on it.
Possibly directly taking orders from the old SE herself.
Yep.
The old
Square Enix?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Phoenix.
Sony Entertainment?
Ruh-roh.
Oh.
Sweden?
Sweden.
Although Sweden is Swe, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the
Not
Olympics,
SE.
I think there's the three letters, yeah.
Swear can.
Swe.
Swe.
That's for you, all of our
Swe.
Swedish friends.
Long may ye sleep.
A non-zero sum, actually. Anyway.
Yeah, I have a surprising number of Swedish
It's
friends.
Good friend.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
Anything else that the rest of you want to...
No.
Now, his negotiation for this, which you do not have to honor, by the way, was that he gets to go free. But he agrees that you can tie him up, leave him in the House of Bells, as long as it's possible for him to escape eventually. Essentially to give you a head start. You do not have to honor this at all.
I want to see what Ciantel thinks. She
Okay.
knows Excelsi better, and she would know if they know enough about us now that we're screwed. We let them go.
yeah, sure. That's fair.
If that's all right with you both.
We can assume that Flavienne and Moral keep an eye on them if you want to all go and discuss.
Yeah, do you want to?
I relate the entire conversation that we just had.
Well, he doesn't know I exist. Or rather, he doesn't know I am, who is... The easiest thing to do would be to kill him. But you never know when somebody might come back. There's a strange honor among dragon-blooded. He might remember that you spared his life. Or he could run off and immediately turn tail and we'll be swarming with Excelsi. We'll have to make for the Lothlorien for nightfall.
Oh boy.
So the current rumor is that no one returns if we let them go. They'll be the first to escape. They'll be the first to return from the House of Bells in months, weeks, whatever timeline.
Won't we be the first?
Are we headed straight back to Argif?
Where are we headed?
I think we need to go to the Imperial City.
Yeah.
The seat of power. Sindel is there. At least we think so. She and her, I don't know, associates seem to be the key to all this. Maybe she's either playing both sides, Or at the very least, if she wants to see us, we can provide ourselves.
They're at least high enough
Sure.
off the chain that they would know more.
And if we don't know anything, or if we seem like we don't, we play right into her hands. Maybe she tells us what we want to hear. They.
I think we know Zindel's female. I feel like
Yeah.
there's been female pronouns.
Oh, absolutely.
believe
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Sorry, I guess.
Do you want me to play Zindel's letter?
I would love to hear it again.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking they, the collective noun,
uh.
rather. Yeah. But fair.
Sorry, I was just.
No. We.
Viren looks to wet himself on the bodies of our future. He's going to cause a civil war before we're ready for one. I want to make it absolutely clear that I'm not comfortable with sacrifice when so many have already been hurt. Viren might think amputating an arm of the realm is critical to our long-term survival. But shouldn't that be a last resort? And only when we're certain of our diagnosis? Catholic must come out on top. Find Pyres and Oresta. Find them now, before the Anathema do. And above all else, before Excelsi does. Zindel.
Why House Cathak? Why is it so important that we emerge victorious from all of this?
It's part of the setup. It's part of the plan.
So that the Scarlet Empress can just knock our house down just like that.
We're a military force. We're an obvious choice to advance now that Tepet made their move and faltered.
That's true.
She wants you and I. She can get you and I.
Yeah. I don't see why that would be a problem.
Additionally, we know the password that will connect us to the table in the Imperial City.
Yes.
If you're up for it, looking at Santal, you could report back using ours and say that you're on your way.
Is that wise?
I'll work out an extensive list of pros and cons and get back to you.
Only if it's wise.
We don't
Only if you're willing to.
exactly. They don't know who you are. We just confirm that. It's an option, but it's not our only option.
Yeah.
And either way, I can't believe I'm saying this, I think we need to smash the table at the House of Bells. It's a convenient channel for Excelsi to communicate, and we have to take it from them.
If I warn them that I'm on the way, then it's possible that they'll divert any attention to us to make sure that we get there on time. And then we'll be guided where we need to go, or at least I will be. They won't believe that you're a Excelsi.
No.
Okay, I'll do it.
I'll think about it more.
Sleep
Okay.
on it.
More extensively. We're not going to send you into a plan that has one move to it.
I'd let him go. Every single Excelsi that we've come across so far, we've killed. One.
Keep them guessing.
We can't take him with us.
I don't want to.
But I'll go along with whatever you say. I just know that I was born into this vendetta. So were they.
I don't.
All right with that.
Yeah, I don't think he means us any harm, honestly. Not directly, anyway.
You know what? Why don't you find out?
Oh.
You could read intentions on him.
I'm gonna go back and just walk up to him and go, "Tch, what do you want from me?" As a stunt. I am kidding. Sorry.
I'm going to let all of you read intentions because you're all present for this. You can't read intentions on Ga. He's A, unconscious, and B, is refusing to deal with you. But Bodun is a possibility. Because he's injured, his resolve is 3.
Sweet.
Because you did have to, knock him around a little bit.
Whoa. Gonna die?
Botch.
Botch. That'd be really cool. No, I have some 10s on the board.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Oh, no, wait, that's
You
for
already
later.
did.
Yeah.
4 for me.
And
4?
6 from me.
Damn.
That means that you'll each get to have a question.
Okay.
Remember, you can ask about intimacies, you can ask about virtues, you can ask about his intention for the scene. And then you'll also get some extra bits. I might recommend that you instill some intimacies.
With my lack of threshold, I would like to go for goal for the scene.
Live.
You laugh.
I mean,
His intention for the scene is to survive, preferably with Ga if he can.
Sure.
Now, as a counterpoint, Ga's intention for the scene probably would have been to make sure that you never discover our secrets.
thank you.
Does that mean we have to worry about Bowden's safety if Ga realizes that he talked?
That's not our problem.
Yeah. Just saying we could kill Ga, leave Bowden alive.
Yes, we could. Yes, we very much could. We all just start readying various blades over his unconscious body.
Oresta doesn't use blades.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Oresta's more of a crushing action. Blunt trauma.
Just like the garbage truck.
Oh, God.
Oh my
See,
god.
I was thinking, from the top rope, you come
Dang.
one of these.
Yeah.
An elbow drop from Oresta basically creates like a crater 3 meters wide.
Sorry, folks. I keep punching my mic.
I would like to know,
What love is.
honestly,
I want you to show me.
honestly, that is one of my personal goals, so I will leave
I
that
want to
for later.
feel
It's-
what love is.
I know what that feels like.
It feels like a rock sometimes, apparently.
Whoops. Thump.
Whoa! I would love to know what Bowden's intimacies are towards House Excelsi. And yes, I would love to purchase an additional instill action, which would be to instill him with rather than fear, I want to go in a more positive direction, which is the word that I'm lacking right now. It's like
Gratitude?
Yeah, relief, exactly. Yeah.
Gratitude towards.
Life debt, if you will, towards Oresta.
Oh, I was gonna say the hearth.
The hearth.
But then it was gonna be Pyres because it's Pyres.
For not
Okay.
crushing his bones.
He has 2 intimacies, but because you're only instilling the one action, I'll give you both.
Okay.
He has an intimacy of loyalty, which is a major tie to Excelsi, and he has an intimacy of questioning, which is a minor.
Okay.
Not outright treason, but definitely like, what's really going on here?
Okay. But he's definitely, yeah, we can tell that he's not all in, as it were.
He is not all in.
Okay.
He has been indoctrinated into Excelsi from a very young age, which is why he still has a major tie of
Loyalty, yeah.
loyalty to them. But like, he's definitely not all the way.
Cool. That's me.
Gale Whispered.
I don't know what to ask for now.
If we ever see him again, we might need to leverage some of his other intimacies, things that he's
Yeah.
passionate about. If we knew like a major virtue or something, we could
That's a good idea.
leverage it potentially.
Another major intimacy that's positive for him? If he has? I don't know.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I should have.
Pork buns.
I was thinking that, but he wouldn't have a major intimacy towards pork buns.
Who would?
He has
Seriously.
he has a major intimacy towards his wife.
Well, I
Well-
feel like an asshole now.
He didn't
Uh,
kill him.
Love.
That's
Aw.
nice.
I'm just gonna write loves his wife.
That's great. I'd like to
Threaten
weaken
his
that
wife.
intimacy with
I'm gonna
my
go
one
home
threat.
and
No, I'm
You
kidding.
can tell this because of the way that he reacted when you're like, I know where your family is and I'm going to kill them all. And he was like, not my wife.
I'm a
He
monster.
just said it. He just said it like that. So good.
I mean,
Actually,
I do
he said
have
more
a
like, not my wife.
I do have a threshold, so I can instill another intimacy for him. But I don't know because we've got gratitude, we've got. Can I do? But this might go against his major intimacy of loyalty to Excelsi, but like a minor tie of distrust to
Yeah, you
Excelsi.
can absolutely
Okay,
do
great.
To go along with his questioning.
Yeah.
that. It's not unacceptable influence.
Okay. Sweet. Cool. Thank you.
So you got that going for you.
Sweet.
Who wouldn't have a major intimacy towards pork buns?
Nice.
I don't know.
Vegan.
Cheers, then it failed.
Some people may have found their intimacy towards pork buns weakened to a minor
Mhm.
because of recent dietary choices that they have made.
Hey, I am not my character,
Yay!
despite all evidence to the contrary.
That can.
Ouch.
Okay.
Oh God. She likes punching things and eating pork buns. Not me at all.
Should
I
we
have known
tell
you to
her?
enjoy both of those things at points in your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we tell her?
Yeah.
That's okay. I also have an intimacy towards that guy's wife.
Yes.
Ooh, amazing.
I also choose this guy's wife.
Yes.
I choose this dead guy's wife. Or this guy's dead wife. That's,
Oh, ooh.
Oh my God.
However the internet comments work.
that's the Reddit
The meme.
meme.
Oh boy.
Park buns.
We do have some plant balls. The freezer.
Oh my
Next.
God, we can make plant balls.
Could make plant balls.
John, will you?
Please don't ask this on
I
stream.
won't. It's done. It's done.
No, you should.
No.
No, you should do it.
John, will you heat up your balls and
We'll put them in-
hi to all you
But
podcast
they're not my
listeners.
balls.
We're so sorry.
They're your balls.
They're our
They're
balls.
our balls.
That's worse.
I want to know what balls are.
Happy
I want
Halloween.
you to show me.
Happy Halloween.
What will you do with Bodun?
Should we leave him tied up and go?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna leave him.
Spank him, apparently.
Is Oresta
Like
smashing
like
the
a
table?
side of pork.
Tie him to a horse and slap it. No.
Horse. That's good. I like it.
You hit the horse and it
Yep,
runs
and
off.
It runs off.
It's like
Gale
rude.
Whispered votes. Nay.
No.
Hey.
No. I think that probably makes sense. You know, they're hopefully resourceful enough to shimmy their way to one another and help
Cuddle.
each other out.
Yeah.
Or cuddle.
Spend their last moments together. We're gonna leave them both tied up here in the House of Bells in the barracks or wherever we are.
Negligently leave a shard of obsidian, you know, halfway down the hall so that they can eventually shimmy over to it, you know.
It's pretty easy for you to create a scenario in which it will take them a while
Yeah,
to get loose.
but not impossible.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave them some water nearby.
Yeah,
You're
you're
not a
not
monster.
basically you're actually being quite kind to them. Normally you would just straight up kill them,
Yeah.
or you would imprison them, but they don't know that you're not exactly welcome in Archiville.
Yes, exactly.
Oresta, do you feel okay about destroying the table?
Sure.
Sweet.
I can't wait to see this.
Do you feel okay with Oresta?
I don't, but I understand its necessity.
If we destroy the table, they'll know, won't they?
Yes.
Can we?
Actually, no, they wouldn't.
Because it just wouldn't turn on.
It wouldn't turn on because they've changed the word,
That's
and
right.
that table will not have activated.
That's right. And Gale knew this.
I am dumb.
Oh.
No.
I said, will you warm up your balls and feed them to us? Those are my exact quote. Thank you very much.
Sorry. Paraphrase.
Weirdest
Fair enough.
Halloween
I,
ever.
that I can definitely confirm.
Fair Kung Fu Fenris, I
Super,
understand.
super fair.
They're eyeballs.
Oh.
There we go. Halloween.
Ooh.
Ding.
I don't like that. We're oh yeah, no, we're gonna do the table
Yeah.
thing, but then I think we're gonna go.
You want to use the warhammer to break it? No, okay, I understand.
But are you also going
I
to
know
have
you want me to.
Siantel communicate?
Oh, yeah.
I need a day to think about it.
Do you need, like, literally, do you need a day, or do you need a...
Do we want to end it with this, or should Gale take a day and Liz take a week to think about it? What do we think?
I mean, if you're down, I would love to hear what this.
It's kind of a
conversation's
cool
about,
idea,
yeah.
right? Bold
Yeah.
strokes.
Yeah.
You keep saying strokes, and every time it gets me a
Bold
little bit.
strokes.
Oh, well, don't say it like that.
Sorry.
Oh.
God, I got no support in this room.
Yeah, we're down. Do it.
Thank you so much. Green card.
Support.
Yay.
Card.
Do it.
I'm like,
Everybody. And lots of support in this room.
because I'm a rock.
I am an island.
So is she communicating from this table so that they think that she's one of the, like, in with the two, or am I hammered down?
I think we should smash this table, and she should communicate with the other one that we have, because she could say she recovered it from the heightened sense
There you go.
as a loyal SLC.
So which one are you smashing? Garavel's table? or
Garavel's table.
Okay, you're smashing Garavel's
Because
table.
it's also cathartic, because he was a piece of shit in the end. So like, this is us taking
Seven
out our
Fingers was
anger.
not?
Well, we killed him.
Oh.
We can't kill Garavel, so we'll destroy his table.
Actually, I want to try to dig up Garabel's body. It's got to be here, right?
Yes, actually.
I am kidding. I'm sorry. I'm not going to destroy
Bacchanal!
Garabel's
Oh.
body. guys.
Damn.
Ridiculous.
Vampires.
I'm angry. I'm not angry this session. I'm happy this session.
Smash. I do a smash.
Do you, like, lift it and, like, drop it over your knee?
Oh.
It's
I assume I smash it with my Tetsubo.
it actually takes quite a while.
Yeah.
Your Tetsubo will not survive.
Oh, then I wouldn't do that.
It's made of magical materials.
Yeah.
It's not going to easily...
Okay, then I will go fetch the stupid hammer and smash it with the hammer. Smash it with the hammer!
Smash it with a hammer.
Kung Fu Fenders, try using not the number sign. That might work. Quote, edit 1619.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
I also wonder if it's not a mod action for whatever reason.
No, it should be.
I like how it has a 69 in there.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything that you did the first time you tried to quote edit, but without the number sign.
It's still
You
the
have to
space.
Put a space between quote and edit.
Text
Podcast
support.
viewers, you are in for a treat.
Yeah,
Listeners.
podcast viewers, go check out our website and the chat where you can access these quotes.
Siantel goes to the desk. And what's code word is she supposed to use?
So
But you also have to put the number.
we're so close. We're so close, and we believe in you. So we want Oresta to destroy Garavel's desk, which is what she's doing right now. Siantel is going to our desk, which is currently in the barracks. So that's where she's headed right now.
She's doing what you want to do.
I'm asking her to go to the barracks and use the code word Excel.
All right. Make this happen.
I'll create another blanket fort for her.
Fix it in post.
And what am I supposed to tell them?
Well, you tell me if this sounds like a plausible story. You recovered the desk from the heightened sense. That's the only explanation as to why you would have it, right?
Yeah.
You recovered it, and you're the one that Seven Fingers was trying to eliminate when you ousted him as a traitor.
Also maybe that she knows where we are, because Zindel seems interested in us.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Excel. Accelerate your breath.
Yes. Oh man, it's been a while.
The
We're all just hiding under the table.
Kung Fu Fenders, I'm going to manually edit it. You can...
Thank you for trying, Kung Fu Fenders.
Thank you for trying. We'll figure it out. The same blue-haired gentleman appears. Who are you? I'm someone who recovered the heightened sense. I got a hold of this table, and I'm present here at the House of Bells. They don't know, but I currently have Pyres and Oresta in my trust, and I can deliver them to Zindel for the vendetta. The man with blue hair narrows his eyes. What's your name? I'm ExalTwitch, survivor of the Battle of the House of Bells, and ready to serve. We're going to send you a ship. It'll dock in Arjaf in a week, at which point you and your companions will be on it, and we'll take you to us. You're going to have to figure out how to make sure that they don't resist. But we'll see you then. Keep the table. Keep the word. And the table blinks out.
I'm gonna run over and give her a hug.
Going to the Imperial City.
Into the lion's den.
It's where we have to go. It's what we have to do.
That was really brave.
No. We all did this. It's not like I'm the only one going. You better be coming with me. I'm not going alone.
Bringing us two at least.
Even the party crashers. I'm gesturing to Flavian.
Yay.
And Moral, who's creepily off to the side, I imagine.
We'll figure out some reason for why we're going along.
Super gaunt
I'm
and
very tall.
terrifying.
Do you want to hear more whispers from my weapon?
Oh,
Of people who've died.
never grew out of her goth phase for sure.
I am such a hot goth.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's weird that I said that. Oh.
Do we camp out here for a week, or...
We should get far enough away if we're leaving them behind.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
At least far enough to make camp.
I'm wondering if there's anything we can do to prepare in Arjaf while also staying very much out of the way of a couple of people who might want to see us again.
So maybe we should camp, I don't know, like northeast or something. In a useless direction.
Sure.
Good idea.
Insert relevant spot that we would know because it was, around our campus.
Oh, that spot.
That's another place that Pyres
Pyres.
made out with people.
Yeah. I'll make new memories in it.
Nice. Whoop.
Intense,
Scary memories,
yeah.
apparently. Ooh.
Erase the previous ones.
Ooh.
Was that
Thank you. Bodan doesn't want to die. It is appreciated.
You're doing your duty. We're doing ours.
10,000 dragons. One day I hope to have you back at my house. I will feed you.
maybe knock us out unconscious, to balance it out?
I was not knocked unconscious.
True.
Thank you.
Bye.
Don't follow us. We won't be nice twice.
I understand.
Yeah, I think we're gonna just turn our backs and go. We had some horses with our cart. I don't know how
Think-
Moral got here. If she
I walked.
Of course she did.
Someone's gonna have
On
to
the path of
double up on a horse.
Oh dear.
I can ride in the wagon
You can.
with the table.
Yeah.
Feels like a coffin.
Just the way I
Oh,
like it.
Yep, basically.
As you make camp, as the sun sets, the shadows of the bell tower lean very, very long. They cast a shadow directly over your campsite, just the very tip. It would be the last time you see the bell. And I think we'll end the session here.
We didn't say goodbye. Oh God.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're all grown up. No more bell tower makeouts for us.
School's out forever.
Nice.
Yeah, and just getting it on instead.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh,
There used to be a common theme about role-playing these days.
Interesting. Where's that? So weird.
Like,
Yeah, who's the common
common
denominator?
thread.
Carry the one. Oh my God, it's us! Oh my God.
It's okay, Liz, as long as you and I keep reacting to the same things at the same time.
School's Out was the end of season 1.
Right, exactly.
So good.
Yes, season 2 will be Lights Out. I don't know.
Oh my God.
And season 2 is just The Undertaker's theme.
Nice.
Bong!
That would be amazing. John Cena.
Well,
Yes.
I'm inclined to find out what you may have learned today. I'm going to start with you, Scott.
Me?
Yeah.
I learned that Pyres is willing to leap into what he thinks love is at this time, because he heard those words from Oresta and he was like, "Oh, do I feel that way? I don't know. Let's find out." You know what I mean? Like, he's not. I think they've all grown up with really, not skewed, but like very unique perspectives on what that feeling is and what the point is of it. So yeah, that's what I learned today. Incredible.
I learned that Oresta's okay to let someone go. I feel like there are times in her training and in especially the heightened threat level lately where she would have been like, no, it's too much of a risk.
Yeah.
So that was, I feel like that was different for her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
I think it was hard for Gale to acknowledge that a very risky yet potentially valuable plan was to put Siantel front and center with Excelsi again.
You think that's going to work out?
I think that it's what they've been talking about wanting to do for a while. All of a sudden, they're given this opportunity to go on the offensive, and they have to take it. Whether or not it works out, it presented itself and needed to be.
That's fair.
Yeah. We could walk into the Imperial City, or we could walk into the Imperial City under
escorted by House
the
Excelsi.
exactly right,
Yeah.
like under the presumption that we're being escorted by.
Yep.
Excelsi.
Or at least, like, you know, convinced by an agent with whatever story she's told us, yeah.
Play dumb, Pyres. Pretend you know nothing about Siantel or Excelsi
What?
or anything. Pyres.
Scott?
Yes. To highlight some play.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I don't know, Kate. I really liked our scene. Yeah, and specifically, I think, because you said the thing at the end of the last session to Flavienne, and then I remember in that moment you were like, shoot, maybe I should have told Pyres first, or like I wish it, whatever it was. And I just felt like this was a nice moment to that because I don't know that obviously.
Yeah.
But I could tell that was kind of factoring into how you were playing that scene. That was really nice. I hope it's going in a way that's interesting.
Gale leading the investigation and choosing choosing to use the knowledge to their advantage. I feel like often she's tried to lie or make things up or sort of skirt around it, whereas this time she used what she had in a different way. And I feel like that ties into their whole gateway analogies and stuff, that she's finding different ways to like unmask sections even for the enemy's sake.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I really liked the Pyres and Oresta scene. I know you shouted out Kate for it, but I'm going to shout out you,
Okay.
Scotty. But also, but also the like distraction that you did
Yes.
was amazing.
Distracting pattern technique.
It's
Really good, you
it's
were right.
ridiculous, and like in a moment where there's so much tension, to suddenly go, you know what I'm going to do? Be found. And then you just like go out all rinky dink. It was
Sometimes
great.
the best way to be stealthy is to be out in the open.
Hiding in plain sight.
No shirt, no shoes, all service. I don't know what that means. That's
Rest
too
is
much.
gonna find out.
Ah!
All right. Milestones. For you, today I will grant you an Exalt milestone for air, because you took an action towards furthering a long-term goal. Sweet. Which makes a lot of sense to me. And I will also say that you will be granted a minor milestone
Okay. Oh.
each. So you have that. I'm going to give a personal milestone to Oresta for admitting love to
That
Pyres.
carries us. That carries us over.
Carries us, yeah.
Yay!
and you are on your way to the Imperial City, which means that I will grant you Essence 3.
Whoa! Oh God.
With Essence 3, I'm going to give you one other minor milestone so that you'll be able to purchase a charm of your choice. Or an ability to get to the point where you could purchase a charm that you would like.
It's like Christmas.
I think
Yes.
we'll all check as well. I'm pretty sure Essence Up comes with like a free Ox Body / Excellency or whatever we can.
Yeah,
We'll
and
just
we
have
get a
look at
couple more motes. I think we go
Oh
up
God,
to
yeah.
10.
Whatever we can get our grimy little hands on, right?
Anything to help us survive.
Means we'll have to fix the battle mode.
Yeah.
Fair, yeah.
Dovahkiin.
I mean, it'll just change what our defaults are, because we can always increase our motes manually if I forget.
There are your milestones for today.
Huzzah!
Thank you.
I want to highlight not just Bodun being fun and silly and out there, but that you let us choose who we kept conscious.
That was really fun.
That was a really nice moment.
That was a
made-
super fun hard
Yeah.
bargain.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you love a good branching path in a story? I do anyway. Sorry.
Christ.
No, I'm serious. Like,
Oh, if only I was allowed to use branching paths. Anyway, what?
What? Who said that? Okay.
Yeah,
was a lot of
it's
fun.
one thing that I really like about this system is the hard bargaining mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of like, you do have enough successes that you should be able to succeed. And yet, like, it's essentially unacceptable influence, so hard bargain instead.
Yeah.
It's really cool because it makes the person who rolled not feel like, oh, like I get something really good out of this.
It's interesting that I used it as an NPC in some ways. It's designed, I feel like, for PCs, so that I can't kind of be like, Pyres, kill your friends.
Well.
Oh, but I
shoot.
scored a lot of
Oh,
successes.
jeez, that's rough.
You know, right? Like, so it's a way for you to be like, well, okay, I'm very tempted to kill my friends because you clearly are eloquent, but I'm
That's
not going to do
nice.
that.
Yeah.
So
Instead, how
here's
about
something
I
else. Yeah,
join your forces for some amount of time or whatever?
right.
I'll
like,
dance.
I'll betray them by leaving them, but I won't kill them. That kind of thing. It's because if there's one thing that I know about PCs, it's that when you take agency away from them, it's got to feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, this is sort of like your release valve.
Right.
But it's also true in terms of NPCs. Like this one, it was easier. When you get to the big bosses, you're not going to be able to be like, surrender to us. They're not going to be like, all right, that's cool.
They look pretty tough.
But he's so attractive.
6 little shrimps look pretty tough. I think we should, yeah.
You're what?
We need some
Essence
leverage,
3?
yo. This isn't good.
What are you, Essence 2? Oh!
So,
Not great.
so yeah, I definitely like that element of the system too.
Mm-hmm. Sweet stuff.
What do we have to look forward to?
Yeah, what's going
Oh,
on?
so many streams this week. I've got a couple streams over the coming days. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, I am streaming with the Crosshair, Doomed. That's Arkham Horror, the living card game, which we're playing online. And then I'm Irish now. And then Tuesday evening, 6 p.m. It's another Paul Prospero's Paranormal Probe, because it's still spooky season in our hearts. We won't be playing Phasmophobia. The tech was no bueno, but I have many suggestions. Check the Discord for a poll I'm running right now. If you want to vote, I'll just vote for my favorite, so whatever. But hop on there.
We had a look at Nintendo Switch Online's latest offerings on Wednesday. They're kind of
Nice computers.
cool, which is like really disappointing. But like they really need to fix the emulators for N64. I don't give a shit about Genesis apparently, and
Okay.
but like Smash Brothers is fun up until the point where I realized that playing online sucks if you're on Wi-Fi. So it was kind of a cluster all around. We might go back to Metroid Dread. We may play a different game, but that is on Wednesday. That's over at twitch.tv/John Verrill on my channel. Thursday, you see Clinic Hours on the weekly schedule, but it is currently on an extended, if not indefinite, hiatus. The reality is we need to figure out another show. We gotta retool it because Clinic Hours was starting to get a little played out. But we will figure something out. In the meantime, there will be a stream on Thursday. I just don't know exactly what. So we'll see that particular case. Cool. Might be any of us.
Yeah.
Friday?
Friday, we continue with the Punch Effect. Mass Effect 2 as Commander Shepard Punchy. It's going great.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
That is really great, actually.
Saturday, I don't believe we're doing Drew Crew because we're hosting book club.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Different book club. But we'll let you know if that changes.
So many book clubs. Wow. So cultured.
I know.
So cultured.
But then next Sunday, times change will have happened again. So for anyone who has changed their clocks or is changing their clocks next week, it should be back to the usual time difference. Otherwise, stay tuned to the Discord, look up Montreal time, do what you gotta do, because we will be back here 6 p.m. Eastern time. Episode 16, ExalTwitch Academy Season 2.
I'm waiting to fall back myself. Looking forward to it.
Extra hour.
Mm-hmm.
This is the good one.
I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks.
I hate
either
all
way.
the changes.
Oh,
Yeah.
generally it sucks, yes.
Yeah.
It means that this week, thanks for reminding me, this week I'm going to have to start shifting my sleep.
Oh, yeah, it worked well
It worked
last time.
really well last time. I just wake up 10 minutes earlier each day
Nice.
and then go to bed 10 minutes earlier each day, and then that worked out quite well. I really recommend it if you can.
Hey.
I mean, like, yeah, you're waking up like almost an hour early by the time you're
Well, yeah, but
at
like,
the end of the week, but then it makes it a lot easier to.
Yeah.
funnily enough, it's the going to bed earlier that I think I'm going to have trouble with. We'll see
Yeah,
how that
that's
goes
all
down.
right.
Except that we have to go to bed later.
Yeah.
Oh, right, of course.
I went to bed earlier because we were.
Right, you were
Scott, the season said so.
Oh, geez. Okay, better stay up.
Look, the good place again.
Oh, well, that's actually. Oh, fuck. That's harder
Yeah.
because I can't just wake up later and then be like,
Yeah.
work. Haha. So,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay.
I guess I can do it though.
Huh.
Next week, I could just start waking up 10 minutes later and later. I'm going to bed 10 minutes later.
Yeah, you can transfer after the change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha!
Haha.
There's something else that you can do that I would point out. Not only can you get your double tap to go and get your vaccine for COVID-19, but you can also go get your flu vaccine in a lot of places. Go do that. It's a good idea. Hey, look,
Yeah, it's true.
vaccines are amazing and it means that we can actually get out and do stuff. The flu vaccine means you don't get the fucking flu.
Yeah.
Or at least if you get the flu, it's a lot. It'll hopefully be less bad. Go fucking do that. It sounds really smart.
We like smart things on this channel.
Yes, we do.
Other things that we like the fact that people can show up on our Discord. Discord is a great place for you to give us feedback, give us information. We talk, we're a community. It's all kinds of cool. And then, of course, there is also the opportunity for you, if you go join our Discord, you just might find a way into our 24/7 Changeling the Dreaming Discord server, which we are pretty pleased with. So, go and check that one out if you can. Thanks again to all of our subscribers, all of our followers. If you just told somebody else about this, we really appreciate it. And go and check out NFL's Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Those dice.
Yeah.
Go and do that.
And thank you, Kung Fu Fenris, as well.
For being a mod.
And on that note,
Got it.
I'm just gonna go this way and that way. I think that's where I can go. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.